customer service rep, Jason Selby, is suing his ex-girlfriend, 25-year-old receptionist Anne-Marie Burke, for having him falsely arrested for domestic violence twice. Anne-Marie says she stands by her charges.
Yes, case number 10 on the calendar in the matter of Selby versus Burke. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated, sir. Have a seat, please.
Mr. Selby, the defendant is your former girlfriend. You have a child together, and it is your claim that she filed 2 cases against you for domestic violence, both of which were false. One she dropped, the next one she pursued. You were found not guilty, and you are suing her for those false charges. Ms. Burke says that you did, in fact, put your hands on her in a violent manner on both of those occasions, which is why she called the police.
Yeah.
How old is your child?
He's almost 2.
Do you have an order declaring you to be the father of this child?
No.
Why not?
My name's not on the birth certificate because she was married when my son was born, and I'm not legally considered the father.
He is. He went to court and said that he was the father in my divorce.
Okay. Well, he may have gone to say he was the father in your divorce, but has there been an adjudication of paternity in any court?
No, ma'am.
No.
Oh, you are, sir. Listen to me very carefully. I have a surprise for you. You're going to be very happy to hear this. It says the third-party defendant, that was you, Jason Selby, that is your name, is it not?
Correct.
Is hereby established as the biological father of the minor child, Brendan Selby.
Okay.
We're going to get you a copy of this, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
You are the father. You have certain rights and certain responsibilities, Mr. Selby. It's interesting when I read your case, when I read your complaint, the defendant is now living in another area, so you haven't been seeing your son. How old was your son when you two separated?
It was about 1.5 years.
Okay. Now, Ms. Burke, I'm coming to you. When was the first instance of domestic violence which was the subject of a restraining order that you placed upon Mr. Selby?
September.
Okay, and tell me what happened in September of 2004.
He came.
Who was this, by the way?
This is the guy that used to live up front, our neighbor, Robert Menu.
And what is he now?
A witness to both instances.
Okay. This is not the boyfriend that he talks about, is that right?
It's not the boyfriend. He's never been my boyfriend.
But he came with you to court?
Right.
And you live in Florida?
Right.
And he flew with you from Florida?
Right.
Did you
Yes.
stay together last night in the same place?
They wouldn't give us 2 separate hotel rooms.
I'm just asking you a question.
Yes.
Okay. I never stayed in the same hotel room with a neighbor when I traveled.
I asked, and they said that there was going to be at least 2 separate beds, because I asked her about that, about getting 2 separate hotel rooms.
Mm-hmm. You think I believe you? I don't. Let's move on. September 2004.
He came to the house, and we were arguing about Brendan, our son. I went into the room, and I was packing my stuff and putting it in a bag.
Just a second. So this was a place that you lived together?
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't come to your house?
He moved out. He had moved out when...
When had he moved out?
Maybe 2 days before that, because he had found a letter, and he went through my stuff. And
A letter from whom?
Me. It was stuff that I wrote about my feelings, about him and the way he treated me.
Okay.
And...
So he moved out?
He packed his stuff, yes, and left and went to his aunt's house, I believe.
Keep going.
And he pushed me back because I went to try to go around him in the bedroom to leave, and I told him to leave me alone and to let me go.
Well, what did he do?
He kept pushing me back.
That's not what you said in here. You said he pushed you once.
He kept trying to stop me from going.
Don't make things up as we're going along, Miss Burke. You said in your answer that he pushed you one time, not kept pushing you. Now, which one was it? Did he push you one time, as you swore to in your complaint, or did he push you multiple times, as you just told me?
He did push me one time, but he kept, like, holding, like, where I couldn't get around him. He would move over to the side to where I couldn't get around him. When I did get a...
Blocking, not pushing.
Right.
Go ahead.
Before I had gotten to the car is when he had shoved me from behind. We fell into the car. He wouldn't let me get into the car, and that's when Robert had called the police.
You have a police report?
Not with me, no.
Do you?
Yes.
I'd like to see it, please. All right, Mr. Selby, you want to tell me what happened on September 9th, please?
Can I start from September 8th?
If it's absolutely necessary. If it's not necessary, it's just going to irritate me.
September 8th, I was at work with her son Tyler because there were hurricanes, the schools were closed. When she came to pick me up from work, she brought Robert with her to pick me up from work. We went home.
On September 8th?
Correct. She left with Robert for approximately 2 hours. I knew she wrote that 19-page letter, so I went looking for it, and it confirmed they were together. She has since got her hands on it and destroyed it. There were police called that night because
Why?
He threatened me that he was going to beat me up. Then he called the police because I was on his property, which it was like 2 places on 1 piece of land. The police came out and they escorted her off the property with the kids. September 9th, I found out she was packing not her stuff, but everything, my stuff, which I still don't have today. I never went into the bedroom where they said I pushed her. I was never in there. I was in the living room the whole time. I went to leave, get into my aunt and uncle's car. She ran to the car. I raced her to the car. I beat her to the car. No one fell. There were no tripping.
Why was she running to the car?
To take it.
Go ahead.
When I got in the car, Robert ran over on the phone, said he witnessed me hit her. I did it, I did it. I asked to speak to the cop. He wouldn't let me get on the phone.
Okay. Why did you drop that case?
Because Jason, we were going to try to reconcile and get back together, and he had told me that he was going to go to counseling, which I believe he did in fact go in January.
Counseling for what?
For being abusive mentally and physically, because September was not the first time that he has actually been in trouble for hitting me.
So you dropped those charges in September.
Right.
And when was the next time you filed an application for a restraining order?
February 3rd.
What was that about?
I got a call from my babysitter that I needed to call H&R Block, so I called them, and they said that my income tax had been denied because my children's Social Security numbers had come back that they were already claimed.
Did you claim both boys?
No, just Brendan.
Just
I got
Brendan.
It right here.
Okay.
It was my understanding that he claimed both the children.
So you were mistaken.
Right.
So, what did you do?
So I called him, and I told him that I was going to come over, and I went over to his house.
With whom?
With Robert.
Big mistake.
Right.
Big.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Don't make things up as you're going along. I can tell I have a truth meter back here. When somebody is giving me the business, my left eye starts to twitch.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Jason Selby says, on 2 occasions, ex-girlfriend Anne Marie Burke had him falsely arrested for domestic violence.
So here's what we have, Ms. Burke. We have your husband, who, according to the police report back in September, was of the belief that you were having an affair with Robert.
Right.
That's all over the police report. Whether you were or whether you weren't, I don't have to get into now. That's not my business. Quite frankly, I don't care. The fact that you shared a room together last night is some indication to me that you're more than just friendly neighbors. However, you knew that he was harboring that belief, so to bring Robert to his house was a large mistake.
Well, the only reason why I brought Robert was because he was the only one that I had as far as a male figure, because I am afraid of Jason.
Then you shouldn't have gone to his house. What do you think you were going to accomplish going to his house as opposed to asking him on the telephone what happened?
I couldn't ask him on the telephone because his phone was breaking up. There was...
Put your hand down. This was an emergency situation that you had to go over with him that day?
I was upset.
You were
I wanted
angry.
to talk to him.
Just a minute. You were angry.
Yes, ma'am.
So, you were angry and you called Robert to go over with you.
Right.
What happened when you got there?
I went up the stairs.
And where was Robert?
Sitting in the car.
Go ahead.
And I was going up the stairs and I asked him, you know, why did he do that? I said, you know, I'm trying to get money to get...
What do you mean, sir? Going up the stairs, I didn't hear him at the door. I didn't
Oh,
hear...
he was outside. When we pulled up, he was standing outside smoking, and we could see him, the way his house is, there's stairs that go up this way, and you got to go around
So you're
the
going up
ledge.
the stairs, and as you're going up the stairs, what are you saying to him?
I asked him why he was, you know, why did he claim the kids?
That doesn't sound right to me, madam. You were asking him in the same kind of voice you were asking me?
No, I was angry. I mean, I wasn't yelling and screaming, but I was talking a lot louder than what I am now.
I assumed you were. Go
Yes.
ahead.
And I told him, I said, you know, that's not right that you claim Tyler. It's not right that, you know, I said, you haven't paid child support. You haven't come to see your kid. And I said, you know, you can at least let me claim the kids. You know, I'm like, I'm trying to make it on my own.
That's
and
not, you weren't having this whole discussion as you're walking upstairs, madam. That doesn't sound logical. If it doesn't sound logical, it's not true.
by the time I got, I mean, I was steadily
I mean, I
talking
know what
from
you're thinking, but that's not what you were saying to him as you were walking upstairs furious because you had just gotten the call from H&R Block, and you, the first person you called was Robert. How tall are you, Robert?
6 foot.
Yeah. Called Robert to come over with you. Okay. So you're walking up the stairs screaming. Go ahead.
I get around the corner, and we start talking, arguing. I told him that he's not a good father. We started arguing about that, about him not being a good dad and him not coming to see Brendan. I did tell him that he was and he asked me, you know, because I had called the IRS and found out that he can't legally claim Tyler, and that's what I told him he was for. And
No, you just said you was, because I called the IRS.
right.
You didn't go through this whole explanation. You just said, listen to me. Don't make things up as you're going along. I can tell I have a truth meter back here. When somebody has given me the business, my left eye starts to twitch. You got it? So you told him you, because you called the IRS.
Right.
Okay. And what happened next, Miss Burke?
I again told him that he was a bad father, and that's when he had smacked me in my eye. And he went in the house. I went running down the steps and got in the car, and I left.
Can I see the police report, please?
Yes.
Incident number 2. Did you seek medical treatment?
No.
Can I clarify that day? First, on January 24th, I called her because she told me she moved to South Florida and she was living with her brother in South Florida. Up until February 3rd, that's where I thought she was living. Because she told me if I tried to call down there to be in my son's life, she was going to get me in trouble for harassment. So I called the police to verify that. They said she could say whatever she wants, but it would be
No, can we get to, please,
Yeah,
to February 3rd?
February 3rd, I spoke to a family lawyer and the county courthouse. I couldn't file anything because I didn't know her address. That night, I got home from work. I was playing PlayStation, got a phone call on my cell phone, answered it, and there was low signal, and it didn't come in. She called back about 2 minutes later. She said, "Good, you're home, I'm coming over," and hung up on me. She pulled up. I was standing on the balcony. She got out of the car, and her first words were, "You're an effing thief."
Go ahead.
So I went right in the house, I shut the screen door, and we were separated the whole time by a screen door. Robert, I didn't know he was there until I got the copy of the police report. I never once saw him there. I called the police the minute she said, "You're," and she left. Called the police, explained that she falsified a report once before. I don't want to be in trouble. They assured me I wouldn't be in trouble. Police officer showed up at my door, told me that I was accused of hitting her, and I basically ended up going to jail.
How long?
For overnight.
What I don't understand, Miss Burke, is this. You testified a moment ago that you were afraid of this man, that he had been abusive to you. So I don't understand why you went over to his house.
Because I didn't think that having somebody with me that he would do anything. I didn't think that he would do that.
The person that you brought with you was sitting, according to you, in the car.
Right.
And the first words out of your mouth were what?
I told him he was a thief. I didn't...
No. You told him he was a blank thief.
No, I didn't say that. I did not say that. I told him he was a thief.
Okay. So the first thing that you said to him was, "You're a thief," as you were walking up the stairs.
Yes.
You were angry, agitated. Did you think that that was going to provoke him? Especially since you were wrong.
You're right.
And you think that if you hadn't gone over there to this person that you were really afraid of, that all this would have happened?
I didn't honestly think that he would do something with somebody there, because when we did pull up, he was leaning, you know, smoking a cigarette out over the...
Well, what did you intend to accomplish, Miss Burke? He had already claimed your son, you thought 2 sons, but he had already claimed your son on his tax returns. That was done.
I thought that he would help.
You thought that he would help, and your first statement to him was, you're a thief? That's the way you wanted to start this exchange, this friendly exchange? Now, Mr. Selby, have you ever exercised poor judgment with regard to Miss Burke?
Yeah, meeting her, unfortunately.
Well, I'm not talking about just meeting her. I'm talking about other things. Have you ever exercised poor judgment?
Yes.
And have you ever exercised poor judgment when the police weren't called?
Probably.
The primary thrust of your complaint here is that you were embarrassed.
For the defamation of character.
Right. I can understand that that happened. And I think that you deserve to be compensated for that, because I don't believe that you hit her.
Thank you.
And clearly neither did a court. If you ever want to have a relationship with this child, it's your responsibility to go into court immediately and seek an order of visitation and be prepared to enter into an order of support for your son. She didn't move out of state, but she moved away from where the 2 of you were living. Certainly, you wouldn't like it if he took the child, would you?
I actually set up dates for him to come see his son.
How far away did you move?
Like 10 minutes. I only live like 10 minutes away from him, and my phone numbers
then what are you
never
complaining about, Mr. Selby?
To this day, I don't know where she lives.
He's always known where I lived, and he knows my phone number. It's never changed.
Easy. If you say he knows where you live, where do you live?
My new address is 216 Street.
When did you move there?
Probably like a month ago.
Did you give him that address?
No.
So he doesn't have that address?
He has my phone number.
Listen to me, Miss Burke. I speak English. It's my primary language. You say he's always known my address. He's always known where I lived.
From the time that he has been trying to visit his son, he has always known the house that I have stayed in.
You said that you moved.
I moved.
I don't understand. Stayed in, lived. You know, you're being slick with me. Don't be slick with me.
I'm not trying to be slick. I'm
Mr.
nervous,
Selby,
and he's had the
you
opportunity.
go to court, establish an order of visitation. That's what you have to do. She didn't move 100 miles away. According to her, she lives no more than 10 or 15 minutes away from where you live. Is that what you're swearing to today, madam?
Yes.
Well, that's what you have to do.
In order, I tried, but I don't have a physical address where she is.
Well, now she just gave it to you.
Right. And in the beginning, she moved right in with Robert. So I wasn't
there's
gonna
no
go
question
visit.
about that. She identifies Robert, and Robert identifies himself as her live-in roommate.
Yeah, it's going to be very tough for me.
Just a second. Very live-in. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,500. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Niece, 21-year-old telemarketer Bettina Saraceno, for unpaid rent and attorney's fees.
Order. All rise. Quiet, please. Today. Thank you. Your Honor, this is case number 13 on the calendar in the matter of Saraceno versus Saraceno. Parties have been sworn in. Judge, you may be seated. Ladies, have seats, please.
Mr. Saraceno, you are currently the trustee and I assume the executor of your mother's estate. Is that right?
That's correct.
And that was relatively recent circumstance because prior to that, your brother was the trustee and executor of her estate. Is that right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
When did your mother pass away?
She passed away on November 10th, 1998.
It was October 10th.
Or October 10th, I'm sorry.
When your mother passed away, one of the things of value in her estate was a house. Your claim is that the defendant, who is your niece, is living in the house, refuses to pay rent, and refuses to move out of the house.
That's correct.
You are suing her for $1,500 for rent. Is that right?
Yes, I do.
For what months, sir?
I became the trustee on January 10th, so I would want fair rent from January 10th to the present.
When did you first advise her that you wanted her to pay rent?
The beginning of February.
In January, you didn't tell her you wanted rent.
No, I did not.
He's never told me.
Shh. Did you tell her how much rent you wanted?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
How much did you tell her?
$400 a month.
And what did she say when you told her you wanted $400 a month?
She had talked to her father,
Who was your brother.
who is my brother, she told me that he did not say that she had to pay rent and that she could live there without paying rent.
Okay. How old are you?
21.
What do you do?
I'm a telemarketer.
How much do you make a week?
400
How long have you been a telemarketer?
for like 2 months.
What'd you do before that?
I did home care for elders.
Who else lives in the house?
My aunt and my cousins,
How many cousins?
2.
Your aunt, is that your sister?
Yes.
Does she pay any rent?
No, she does not, Your Honor.
Is that with your permission?
Not expressly, but as to this point, that would be fine, yes. I don't have a problem with that.
Is there any reason why you want your niece to pay rent?
Because the house has certain bills and obligations. It has taxes that it has to pay.
Why would, I'm just curious, why would you allow your sister and her children live there rent-free and not allow your niece to live there rent-free?
Because my sister has a drug habit, okay? She doesn't have anywhere else to go. The only other alternative is to put her out in the street, and I just don't have the heart to do that at this time.
And
Well, shh, I'm not finished yet. Well, you may not have the heart to do that, but you can understand why your niece says, why should my cousins be allowed to live rent-free in the house and I not be allowed to live in the house rent-free when my aunt could work just as well as I can? She's a lot older than I am. She could work. And my uncle is letting his sister and her family live there rent-free. I love my grandmother, too. Why can't I live there?
That's a very good question. I have a very good answer, Your Honor.
I'm ready for you,
The
sir.
reason is she just recently moved into that house a couple of weeks ago. Before that time, she had her own house
Who's
that she
she?
was living in.
Who's she?
My sister Carmela. She had her own house that she was living in, adjacent to my mom's house, and she was living there rent-free.
Your sister was living in another house of your mother's rent-free?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you sell that house?
No, it's still in the trust.
Well, is there another tenant in there?
Yes, there is.
So you put a paying tenant in that house that more than covered the expenses on that house.
No, Your Honor.
Why don't you sell the other house?
There's a lot of legal fees. There are bills that have to be paid. There's a $6,600 electric bill that needs to be paid on my sister's house.
Why didn't you pay it? What are you taking that out on your niece for?
I am not complaining about that, Your Honor. I am just stating that her house cannot be sold because of that.
Because of an electric
Carmela's
bill?
house, my sister's house, yes.
It's not your sister's house. You said it's part of the trust.
None of them have been divided yet. She will get a share of that property.
Are the grandchildren mentioned as beneficiaries of the trust?
Teresa and Saraceno.
But 2 grandchildren, but not the defendant.
Correct.
Okay. I just want to take a look at your papers as trustee. of
Okay.
property.
There you go.
Okay. Now, Ms. Saraceno, I have just a few questions for you. Do you work as a telemarketer every day?
yes,
What do you work hours?
9 to 5.
And you work Monday through Friday.
Yes,
What time do you usually get up to go to work?
at 7 o'clock.
And you report directly to work?
Yes,
What do you do after work?
I come home and I make sure my cousin does his homework and I make sure that his clothes are clean for the next day and then I cook dinner.
You do that 5 days a week?
Yep, yes,
The reason I ask these questions, which seem rather odd, even to Bird, right?
Yes.
Under the circumstances, is that this is your claim. You claim in your answer that your grandmother's will states that any member of the family, the Saraceno family, who continually puts flowers on her gravesite every Thursday may reside in the residence after her passing rent-free. That's what you say. And that is the basis of your defense.
yes, but
Okay?
I have
So
this
let
as-
me see that clause in the will.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. John Saraceno says his niece, Bettina Saraceno, owes for unpaid rent. Bettina says the house belonged to her late grandmother, and it was her wish that she live there, rent-free.
This doesn't talk about you. You're not Teresa, you're Bettina.
But also right here, I have the,
This talks about 2 other grandchildren,
yes, I know.
not you.
This one I have right here where it's highlighted.
Well, this doesn't say anything about placing flowers on your grandmother's grave every Thursday night.
I know.
Doesn't say anything about that. All right, so that's not a defense. And this section that you're talking to me about says that the trustee has the right to sell the property, let somebody else live there, rent it. So it's within your uncle's discretion whether or not you can live there. You understand that?
Yes.
So there is no defense for this action. You have to either pay rent or he told you to move, which is very unfortunate. I mean, which is really very unfortunate, because I really think that you're being unfair and inequitable unless there was some reason you would think that your mother would not want this grandchild to have any benefit from her property. Is there any reason?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is that?
The defendant has a drug habit.
So does your sister.
They both do, yes. And to be honest with you, I would want both of them out, but she doesn't pay rent. She doesn't do nothing. I told her to leave, and she would not do it, Your Honor.
You didn't answer my... Just a second. You didn't answer my question, sir. I'm asking you a question. I expect... Just a second. I'm not going to need this witness. She can step outside. If she needs water, go... Madam, do you need water? Do you need water?
No.
Go outside. Go outside. Don't cough here. Go, 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 go.
Your Honor, ask the question again. I will answer it.
Maybe you'll understand it better if I ask it to you this way. Did your mother have a relationship with the defendant?
No.
You didn't see her?
Very rarely.
Yes, she did.
How rarely is very rarely?
Maybe once every 3 months.
And what about your sister's children? They lived right next door.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did your mother ever give you any indication that she was aware of your sister's drug habit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Excuse me, Your Honor, I live right across the street.
Listen, there is no question in my mind that your uncle is being unreasonable. He would not be unreasonable were he not to have permitted his sister, who he says is a drug addict, and her 2 children, to live in the home rent-free. But he is the trustee of this estate. It is his prerogative to tell you to move. That's his prerogative. I don't believe that you had an arrangement with her for rent. You didn't even become trustee until January 10th. And you did not tell her until February that you wanted her to pay rent. Is that right? And there was never an agreement to pay rent by her with you.
Correct.
He didn't tell me he wanted...
Listen, you're not losing, right? So there was never an agreement for her to pay rent. So what you have to do, Mr. Saraceno, is proceed with eviction proceedings against your niece, if that's what you wish to do, because absent a lease, either an oral lease, which you can have month to month, or a written lease, there is no contract, and therefore there is no contract that this court can enforce. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good. Case is dismissed.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
We just have friends come over, that's it.
It's like one big crack house, you know?
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Romanchek, Humphreys versus Romanchek. Step forward.
53-year-old homemaker Mary Romanchek and her fiancé, Stephen Humphreys, are suing Mary's son, 18-year-old student Jason Romanchek, for a car loan, a computer, and emotional distress. Jason says the car was a birthday present.
According to your complaint, the defendant, your son, took a car that was yours when he left your home, and in addition, he ruined a computer, and he gave you a lot of aggravation, so you want to be compensated for that.
Yes, Your Honor.
All to the tune of $5,000. So tell me first about the car, which your son says was a gift to him.
Okay, Your Honor, I have a receipt, but the car is mine.
That's a conclusion.
Okay.
When was the car purchased?
It was purchased a long time ago. Jason stole the pink slip, and he stole the...
When was the car purchased? Do you know?
Around March 29th or so.
Of this year?
Yeah.
Now, the title to the car is in your name and your son's name. How much did you pay for the car?
$2,500 something, $3,000.
Ms. Romanchek?
Yes.
Your lawsuit involves a car. Get out the receipt for the car so you can show me how much you paid for the car.
Your Honor, I cannot give you receipts for the car because Jason took it.
Then you must know how much you paid for the car. How do you expect me to decide a lawsuit?
I have a little piece of paper in my suitcase that I didn't know I was needed that. A little piece of paper in my little black suitcase.
Get it.
Where is the suitcase?
I haven't a clue. I'm not a
Shield
suitcase
will.
monitor.
Thank you.
Come this way, man.
Could I see the piece of paper, please?
And here it is, the price of what was in a vehicle.
This says you paid $7,450 for the car.
You must have the wrong one.
Oh, then I must have it. But I was purchasing 2 vehicles, Your Honor. One van for me, and second car for me as that little one, that little white car.
Did you give her the wrong one?
That's the only one I have because Jason took my...
Whatever. But this is very good that you showed me this, because this is very, very good. So at the time you purchased 2 cars, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
You purchased a car for $7,450, and that was your car, and then you purchased another car, and then I assume you put the title to that car in your name. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, I put it on my name and my fiancé name, yes.
Fine.
Because we are going to be driving.
And the second car you purchased, you put in your name or your son's name.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, you say your son subsequently left the home. When did he leave your house?
August of 15.
And he took the car with him?
And no, not right away, Your Honor. Then he came back on August of 18 and brought a tow truck with him and cut 2 clubs and
he took the car?
And he took the car, yes.
Jason, you say this car was a birthday present for you. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell me about that.
They said I can use and keep the car as long as I keep good grades in school, which I have. And then an incident between her and her squirrel that she caught. I wasn't going to feed it because it was her responsibility.
To feed a squirrel?
Yes.
Go ahead.
And then she went all crazy over it. And then suddenly she just went in my room and just broke the keyboard off the computer. And then she just said that I had to leave or just do whatever she said.
So you left and you wanted to take the car?
Yes.
Who has insurance on this car?
Right now there's no insurance.
Who's driving it?
I'm driving it, but...
Well, how can you drive a car that has no insurance, Jason?
I didn't want to get insurance because I don't know what the whole deal because of this court thing.
Did you change the title on the car?
We found out that we couldn't because she already changed it somehow.
You changed the title just to your name?
Yes, Your Honor. When Jason left, I went to...
Just a second.
Oh, sure.
You went to Motor Vehicles and had the car changed to your name only?
Yes, Your Honor.
So get the police to go and get the car.
What
do you want from me? I'm not going to make an order for him to pay you for the car.
I went with the policeman. He did not give a car to us.
He said it was a civil matter.
Yeah, the policeman said that.
Well, it's not a civil matter. If you have the title to a car, you haven't gotten the complete title yet, because right now all that's there is a title that's in both names, right? But you went and changed that to your name.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you should get something like this, which has a title that is just in your name.
Any day.
Any day. Well,
Yes.
once you get it, go and get the car.
Yeah,
That's
Your Honor.
it?
Yes, okay, thank you.
Perfect. Now, tell me about the computer.
He got in it and took some parts. Here's the estimate what it cost for me to put my computer back together so I can use it again.
To her computer?
I took the parts that I purchased.
Which parts did you purchase?
I took RAM and the hard drive that I paid for.
From what money?
Well, my friend got it for me, but in trade I gave him a computer that I built by hand.
So you didn't pay for this part?
Not technically.
Not technically. And what other part did you take out?
The hard drive.
Isn't that an important part, Bert?
Very, very important.
I mean, I don't know anything about computers, but
That's
a
why we
hard
keep all that
drive,
information.
sounds like a very important part.
More
What
than
made
that,
you
Your
take
Honor.
out the hard drive?
I purchased it.
How much did you pay for it?
30 or something like that.
Why did you take those things out if you knew that it would render the computer inoperable?
Because I paid for it at the time.
You were nasty. So if what you paid for was maybe $30 from all these things and you rendered your mother's computer inoperable, that was pretty nasty. Right?
I guess.
You guess, I'm telling you.
Your
Let me
Honor,
see.
I can tell you where he got the money to pay for it.
No, I don't want the computer, sir. I don't touch those
He
things.
got the money to pay for it. He took my part that he came with the computer. You ask him where he got the money? He sold it to my older son's wife for $100 to do the other thing. Then he took everything out. That's when you ask him about the money.
To put it back to the original way it was when it was new.
How much did you pay for it?
I paid $990.
Certainly, certainly, he had no reason to incapacitate this computer. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You know, you just did it to be nasty. What'd you do with the 2 pieces that you took
Put
out?
them in my new computer.
You have any other children?
Yes, Your Honor. I have one older one, and he turned out pretty lousy. I don't know
The older
why.
one
He was
too?
no good. Pardon me?
The older one too?
Yes, Your Honor, yes.
Oh, yeah. Mrs. Romacek, the car you have to go and get as soon as you get the title. And I suggest, just to be smart, madam, that until you get the car back in your possession, you keep it insured. I would strongly suggest that to you. Do you understand?
Yes, Your
Just
Honor.
to be smart. He's your child. You want to protect your assets. I would suggest you put an insurance policy in effect on that car just to cover yourself. You're not getting any money for doing that, but you are going to get money for the pieces that he took out of your computer in the amount of...
Sadler is suing his ex-wife, student Anna Russell, for an unpaid loan and money he claims she stole. Anna says she owes Steve nothing.
Yeah, it's case number 74 on the calendar in the matter of Sadler versus Russell. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
Mr. Sadler, I have a question, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the case. Did that outfit come with a jacket?
No, ma'am.
Oh, okay. I just curious.
Actually, I grew out of it.
You grew out of the jacket? Okay. I mean, the outfit looks nice. It just looked as if it wasn't quite finished. Mr. Sadler, according to your complaint, Miss Russell, who is your former wife, borrowed some money from you, and then she took some money that you had given her to hold for safekeeping.
Right.
This was after she and her children, because the two of you have 5 children together. You have children from a previous marriage or relationship, and Miss Russell has children from a previous marriage or relationship, 5 in total, none that are your joint children together.
Right.
And you were divorced, and then after a couple of months decided that it was a mistake to get divorced, so she moved back in with you, and that, again, didn't work out. But it was during this period after the divorce that is your claim that these loans took place. $900 that you claim was a loan, and $3,600 that you claim she actually stole from you.
Well, more or less.
So give me some dates, Mr. Sadler. When were you married?
2001. December of 2001, I believe. I'm sorry, 2002.
And when were you divorced?
October of 2004.
And when did Miss Russell and her children move back in with you?
In December.
And when did she move out?
End of February. February 23rd, I believe.
Okay. Do you have custody of your children?
Yes, ma'am.
How many children do you have?
I have 3.
Now let's talk about the loan first. The loan was made, according to you, in December of 2004.
Right.
Tell me about the loan.
Basically, she had decided she wanted to go bankrupt so she could be a stay-at-home mother. And so I had her pull $1,500 out of my home equity. And we actually spent $600 of that on bills, and the additional $900 left was supposed to go into savings where I was going to pay an attorney for her to go bankrupt when that time came. But the money never went into savings or checking. She just held on to it, and it went with her when she moved out. And she never did go bankrupt. And she ended up, from what I understand, just using money to catch up her bills.
Miss Russell, when had you accumulated this debt that inspired you to think about bankruptcy?
Most of my debt was acquired when we were married, and then also in some of our separations. But I've always kept my credit up to par. I mean, I had like 16 revolving accounts, no lates, anything. And during the time that we had discussed me going bankrupt for the family, I didn't pay my bills, and then...
Could you look at me?
Yes, ma'am.
There's a simple question that I asked you.
Okay.
When did you accumulate the debt which inspired you to think about bankruptcy?
Over time, between 2001 through 2004.
Credit cards?
Yes, ma'am.
16 credit cards?
Well, I don't have 16 credit cards. I have 16 revolving accounts. I watch my credit like a hawk.
What do you mean 16 revolving accounts? You have lines of credit at banks?
Well, I don't owe any money to a bank per se unless it's through like Target Visa or Wachovia Visa.
So then why were you contemplating bankruptcy?
When Stephen and I were together, I did spend majority of the time as a homemaker, and then I would, go to school, and I did have odds and end jobs. Stephen works on commission, and this past year it dropped significantly, and We had discussed from talking to neighbors and things like that that maybe I should go bankrupt and it's not so hard, and with the idea that Steve and I would be together forever, I didn't have to worry about having my name on a mortgage or having my name on another car loan, that he would take care of that, and then it would relieve some financial burden for us.
How much in debt were you?
We weren't going to go bankrupt on my car because my mom is actually a co-signer, or actually she's the primary for me on that, and we were going to substantiate.
How much in debt are you?
I don't know. I didn't add it up. I didn't go that far. I owe like maybe $8,000 on my Target Visa, $6,000 on my Wachovia Visa, $2,500 maybe to Rooms to Go, and there's Sam's Club, Home Depot. I think I owe them like $2,000.
What do you do for a living?
I am a student. I moved home with my mom and wait tables and things like that.
Your children live with you?
Yes, they do.
You get child support for your children?
Yes, ma'am.
How much?
I get $125 a week.
When was the last time you held a full-time job?
I'm not really good with dates.
Are you very good with jobs, is the question, Miss Russell.
I'm sorry, what?
You have 2 children?
Yes.
You have 2 children.
Well, that's a full-time job, but I don't really necessarily
How old are your
get paid
children?
for that. I have a 13-year-old and a 5-year-old.
Your 13-year-old takes care of herself?
Himself.
Himself?
2 sons.
5-year-old's in daycare?
Actually, he's in pre-K.
Now, we talk about a full-time job. That's
and
what happens
he's
when you...
actually a very difficult child, not that you want to hear it, because he has issues and he sees a psychologist and psychiatrist and otitis media and all those wonderful things.
You still have to work, Miss Russell.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, there are alternatives to stiffing a whole bunch of people who've extended your
I know,
credit.
that's why I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to do it.
Okay, good. Now, let's get to the $900. So far, Mr. Sadler, I haven't heard anything about a loan. I heard that you put $900 away ostensibly for a bankruptcy lawyer.
Right.
And now I hear, Mr. Sadler, that there was discussion between you and your wife.
Right.
Although you were divorced, you were living together as a family again, about the viability of her going bankrupt to relieve the family of all of these bills so that there would sort of be a fresh start. You wouldn't have to be spending your money on that.
Well, it was
right?
more because she didn't want to work full-time.
Listen to me, sir. Were there discussions between the two of you, since you are now together as a family, that this was a viable option to relieve the family of these?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
So she was going to stiff the other creditors, but the one creditor that she couldn't stiff was her mother,
right,
because her mother's a co-signer on the car. You see how you get things at... Just let people talk and then it all comes together.
And later today...
I ran over there and tried to fish the fish out of the tank with a net and put them into fresh water, hoping that I could save their lives. They were kind of floundering around, but I mean, there was still some sort of life in them.
And they all died?
Yes, ma'am.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Steve Sadler says ex-wife Anna Russell owes for an unpaid loan to retain a bankruptcy attorney. Steve also claims Anna stole money from him.
Oh, so now you can tell me the story about Mr. Sadler, the $3,600 that you claim Miss Russell stole from you.
Okay, basically I got a lump sum of child support from my first wife, and with her going bankrupt, I had agreed that we would use the money, basically like an investment in our family, to pay down on her car, because she was going to keep her car, and that would lower that payment. But the money never got used, and our relationship just kind of went downhill. And basically, I told her, I wanted to put the money in savings account because I wasn't sure where, our relationship was going, and I wasn't going to pay it towards her car if we were going to break up.
Is that what you said to her? At the time you gave her, according to you, the $3,600, you said, I'm not putting it in a checking account. I'm giving it to you to pay off your car. But if we break up, I want you to give me back the money.
Well, that never came out, but, she understood that because she
Don't tell me what she understood.
Well,
this is a court, Mr. Sadler.
It was like this. She had even made a statement to me that, we would discuss it if we decided she was going to use the money for something else other than what we had talked about.
You talked about just paying down the car or paying down the credit cards?
Well, first it was the credit cards, and then she decided to go bankrupt, and then it was, since she was going to still have her car, just use it towards her car.
So she was going to stiff the other creditors, but the one creditor that she couldn't stiff was her mother, because her mother's the co-signer on the car. You see how you get things at... Just let people talk and then it all comes together. Good thing that they strengthened the bankruptcy laws in this country. Financial planning is not bankruptcy. People sort of think that financial planning is another term for bankruptcy. Okay. How much did you earn last year, sir?
Last year, I earned roughly $45,000.
And how much do you get in child support for your 3 children?
I get, for 3 children, I get $50 a week for 3.
What does your former wife do?
I think she works at a daycare at a gym, but she kind of goes in and out of jobs.
That's the reason you have custody of your children.
Well, there were other reasons, but okay.
Okay. Does she see her children?
Not anymore. She's actually talking about getting for the summer because she lives in another state.
Well, if she gets them for the summer, sir, if you agree to that, you tell her that you'll give her $50 a week for the 3 children.
Actually, I'm not going to
see
give
how
her...
that flies.
I wasn't going to give her anything.
Right. Now, the $3,600 he gave you, under what circumstances?
I think Stephen felt guilty because when we would break up, he would also spend money too. And he was taking out a line of credit towards the house. And even though we were a family unit, the money was only going to go towards his bills, but not help me with mine. And I think that he felt guilty, and that he said if he ever did get the money from Misha, which is the back child support, and I did raise the children for that time, that I could have it, because he considered it like free money. I can even remember when I was even at home with him, and my mom was on the phone, and he was saying if he did get the money, you know, that I could have it. And I was like, Mom, you know, you need to write down this date, because we didn't really know, because we have an up and down relationship. And
I got it, Miss Russell.
Okay. But he did give me the money, and I didn't steal it.
What did you do with it?
I paid it towards my bills. And just to let you know, I didn't just want to go bankrupt. It was, I mean, he was even saying, you know, you need to go bankrupt before these laws come into effect. It's going to be harder.
Well, whatever.
But I do
In any event, Mr. Sadler, I don't hear anything about a loan, sir. I don't hear anything about a loan for the $900. And I read your complaint very carefully, which I don't buy. I'm going to tell you why I don't buy it. Your complaint, which you swore to, says, she wanted to file bankruptcy and asked for my help, so I agreed to loan her $900 to retain an attorney. Well, that's not true. That's even not what you testified to today, right? So that's false. Then you say, in January, I received $3,600 in back child support from my first wife. I cashed the check. I was afraid if I put the money directly into my checking account, I would spend it. So I gave the entire sum to Anna to put aside for us.
Right.
Now listen to me. In the previous paragraph of your complaint, you say she wanted to file for bankruptcy because she had spent money that she shouldn't have. And then you went on to tell me I agreed to loan her the $900, and then she went on a spending spree and spent approximately $5,000 on her credit card because she knew she was going to file a bankruptcy, so she might as well work up the credit cards, right? Now, a month later, as irresponsible as that is, right? So you would say this is irresponsible, right?
Right.
She was going to file bankruptcy, which means she didn't have money. So she said, I'm going to go out and jack up my credit cards, probably buying things, Christmas presents and things like that, month of December, right, sir?
Well,
but according to you, she did that, and that was financially irresponsible. So the next month, you get the $3,600, and since you didn't trust yourself by putting it in your checking account, you gave it to Miss Responsibility to hold for us.
Steve Sadler says ex-wife Anna Russell owes for an unpaid loan to retain a bankruptcy attorney. Steve also claims Anna stole money from him.
I don't buy it, Mr. Sadler. I don't buy the $900 loan to your former wife, and I don't buy the fact that you gave her this money to hold for us. I believe that you gave her this money to pay down her credit card debt, and she owes you absolutely nothing. Zippo, nada, goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
It's about getting back what I felt like should have been returned to me in the event our family fell apart.
He actually had me served with papers trying to have me arrested, saying that I stole the money.
We've broke up, God, probably 16 times in the last 4 years, and I'm not about to say it's the last time.
I'm currently reading the book, He's Just Not That Into You, and if I had to give my own words of it, I would have to say he's just not that into you if he sues you and tries to have you arrested.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Lee versus Gann, step forward, please.
20-year-old student Jonathan Lee is suing his former friend, 20-year-old student Christopher Gann, for killing his fish when he dumped soap in his freshwater aquarium. Christopher says it was an accident.
Your first name is Jonathan?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're Christopher?
Christopher.
And you used to be roommates?
Yes.
How long were you roommates?
About a year.
You go to school?
Yes, ma'am.
What year are you in?
I'm a third year, ma'am.
I too am a third year.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
Computer science.
You don't want to be a veterinarian, do you?
No.
Jonathan?
Yes, ma'am.
Christopher destroyed your fish tank.
Yes, ma'am.
And based upon those relics there, it was a big fish tank.
Yes, ma'am.
And he destroyed your fish tank with soapy water.
Yes, ma'am.
Killed all the fish.
Yes, ma'am.
He says it was the fish's fault.
More or less, ma'am.
They were in the wrong place in the apartment.
Yes, ma'am.
And he tripped over them. Is that right, Christopher? I read your answer.
I kind of bumped into the tank, which
because you say in your answer, the tank and the fish was placed in a high-traffic zone.
Yeah, I have a set of photographs with the picture of where the tank is, and it's
I'd like to see that.
Oh.
Okay. When did this happen?
Sometime in November.
Jonathan, when did it happen?
November 18th, 2004, ma'am.
And you came home and found everything destroyed.
Yes,
is that
ma'am.
right? Okay. And this is where the fish tank was?
Yes.
And it wasn't on wheels, was it?
It's on cinder blocks.
It's not one of these remote-controlled fish tanks that move around.
No.
How long have you been living in this apartment?
Almost a year.
And in the year, has the fish tank been in the same spot?
It was placed in the end of summer, and then it happened in November.
So it's been there for a couple of months?
Few months, yes.
Stationary?
Stationary.
And the only thing that's moved is you?
Is me, yes.
You get my drift where I'm
Right.
going?
Oh, and I wrote in...
So why don't you tell me, Christopher, how this happened and why you don't think that you're responsible to your former roommate for replacing his fish tank?
First off, I have a copy of our rental agreement which states that no pets should be allowed and that no things should be placed in hallways that obstruct movement. So what had happened was I'd filled this bowl with soap, concentrated hand soap and water, and I was walking from the kitchen to the garage because I wanted to spot clean my shoes. So as I was walking with this bowl, I saw my roommate who crossed from downstairs into this pseudo hallway because it's the main walkway from rooms entrance to the kitchen. So I took the bowl away to get it away from him, and then he made a sudden move to like try to mess with me, and I kind of stepped back and I banged my elbow into the fish tank, dropping the bowl into the tank. And that's what happened.
Do you have any witnesses who were there that day?
Actually, no one witnessed it, so no one saw it.
Well, the other roommate was there, according to him.
He didn't tell me anything beyond that they were horsing around. That's it.
Tell me what happened when you got home.
When I got home, I came in from the garage and basically saw him and another roommate removing bubbles from the tank. And I was kind of shocked, and I go, "What happened?" He said, "I spilled soap into your tank." "How'd you do it?" "I was horsing around." "Well, what are you doing?" "Well, I'm moving the bubbles." So I ran over there and tried to fish the fish out of the tank with a net and put them into fresh water, hoping that I could save their lives. They were kind of floundering around, but I mean, there was still some sort of life in them.
How many fish did you have in the tank?
I had sitlets and plecos and a gourami, ma'am. I was trying to breed them.
So you had 6 fish?
I believe I had 7, 9, 10 fish and 2 snails, ma'am.
And they all died?
Yes, ma'am.
Christopher, listen to me carefully, sir. Whose fault do you think it is that all these fish died?
I think it should be, it's mutual, like, he shouldn't have had the tank there in the first place.
The tank's been there for months, sir. When for the first time did you complain to him that the tank was there?
I didn't want to complain to him.
So you never complained to him?
No.
When for the first time did you complain to him that he was in violation of the lease because he had pets in the apartment?
After he trying to come after me for $400.
But not before?
No.
So that's a lot of baloney. What you're saying to me really is, it's my fault and I'm trying to find some reason to avoid responsibility. So far, I haven't heard it's my fault because I was horsing around with my roommate.
It is my fault.
Good. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $330. Thank you. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I think it's...
Construction worker Patrick Wallentyne is suing fellow partygoer, security officer Ed Tomaselli, for dental bills as a result of being punched in the mouth. Ed claims Patrick was the aggressor.
All rise.
ये कितने का मोबाइल लिया आपने? मैंने चीज़ें पता सारे हैं पर नहीं पता है तो मैं तरतीब कर दी तो guys आ जाओ देखने जाना है हैदर टीवी में हम देखेंगे यहाँ पे मेरा
मैं लगे करके मैं सेट कर दूंगा
बड़े बंदे यार मैं सब्सक्राइब गुजारा की करा
मैं लगे ਨੂੰ ਕਰ ਦੇ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਸੈਂਸਰ
ਦੋ ਜਾਨੇ ਮਤਲਬ ਪੂਰੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੈ ਆਇਆ ਸਟੈਂਡ
ਨੂੰ ਫਾੜਾ ਥੱਲੋਂ
ਵੀਡੀਓ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਕੀ ਆਪਨੇ
ਹਾਂ ਚੱਲਣ ਦੀ ਹੈ
ਇੱਕ ਸਾਈਡ ਥੱਲੇ ਹੋਣਾ ਨਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ
ਨਹੀਂ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਪੂਰੇ ਹੀ ਆਉਣ ਦੇ ਐਂਡ ਤੇ ਲਾਉਣੀ ਹੈ
ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦਰਮਿਆਨ ਚ ਆ ਰਹੇ
ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਬਸ ਚੱਲੂਗੀ
ਵੀਡੀਓ 1 ਮਿੰਟ 43 ਸੈਕਿੰਡ ਤੇ ਹੋ ਗਈ प्लेलिस्ट चाहिए मैंने चीज़ें ना नहीं पता तरतीब में तो सिर्फ एक तरतीब की
कोई पता नहीं लगे भाई मैं देखा ना अज 2-3 हज़ार के लिए पूरे ढारे थले बैल फिट करके रखा एक जगह से पंप सिटी जाते एक दूजे ने चल असं भी इदा पंप ही रखते हैं
ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਦੇ ਫਿਬੋਨਾਚੀ ਆ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਕਰ ਲਓ ਫਿਲਹਾਲ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ
अच्छा
कोई फायदा नहीं
फिबोनाची
ਇਹਦਾ ਵੀ ਕੋਈ ਫਾਇਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਲੱਭਣੀ ਸਾਈਡ ਵੇ ਟ੍ਰੈਂਡ ਆ ਲੱਭਣਾ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਤਾ ਕੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਫਿਰ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਸਹੀ ਮਾਰਕੀਟਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਿਲੈਕਟ ਕਰਦੇ ਇੱਕ ਸਾਈਡ ਵੇ ਟ੍ਰੈਂਡ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਦੂਸਰਾ
एक साइड में ट्रेंड है इतना पहले ही अच्छा मतलब ਤਾਂ ਜਾਇ ਜਾਵੇ ਵਾਪਸ ਹੀ ਆ ਜਾਣਾ ਨਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਇਦਾਂ ਕਰੀ ਜਾਵੇ ਉਹ ਸਾਈਡ ਹੀ ਜਾਵੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਡਾਊਨ ਹੋਣਾ ਨਾ
ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਆਪੀ ਜਾਣਾ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਇਹ ਲਾ ਆ ਰੇ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ
ਅੱਛਾ
ਇਹ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਦੀ ਟ੍ਰੈਂਡ ਲਾਈਨ ਹੀ ਹੈ
ਅੱਛਾ
ਇਹਦਾ ਭਲਾ ਕੀ ਸੀ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਇਦਾਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਸਿਰਫ ਟ੍ਰੈਂਡ ਲਾਈਨ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਇੰਨੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹਨਾ ਇਹ ਅੱਗੇ ਵੀ ਜਾਈ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆਪੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਦੋਵਾਂ ਪੁਆਇੰਟਾਂ ਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਨੂੰ ਸੈੱਟ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਸੈੱਟ ਕਰ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਆਇਓ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਚੱਲਾਂ ਜੀ 3 ਮਿੰਟ ਦੇ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ
ਅੱਛਾ
ਸਿਰਫ ਵੇਖਣ ਲਈ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਸਹੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਆ ਲੈਣ ਲਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਸਹੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ
ਆ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਬੰਦ ਕਰ ਤੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈਡਫੋਨ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿਉਂ
ਬੈਟਰੀ ਲੋ ਹੁੰਦੀ
ਬੈਟਰੀ ਸਲੋ ਆ
ਹੌਲੀ ਬੋਲ
ਪਹਿਲੇ ਕਰਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ जैसे बंजारे देखो
ਆ ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ 3 ਮਿੰਟ ਦਾ ਖੋਲ ਕੇ ਨਾ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਲਾ ਲਈ
ਅੱਛਾ
ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕਾਪੀ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਕਾਪੀ ਕਰਕੇ ਇੱਕ ਮੈਂ ਲਾ ਲਈ ਦੀ ਆ ਵਿਕਾਂ
ਅੱਛਾ ਤੇ ਆ ਦੂਸਰੀ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਲਾਈ ਆ ਰੈਡ ਬੋਡੀਆਂ ਨਾਲ
ਉਹ ਬੋਡੀਆਂ ਰੈਡ ਨਾਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਤਲਬ ਲੈਵਲ ਹੀ ਬਣ ਰਿਹਾ ਜਿੱਥੋਂ ਬਹੁਤੀ ਦਫਾ ਰਿਜੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਆਈ ਮੈਂ ਫੇਰ ਆ ਗਈ 1 ਮਿੰਟ देखो 1 मिनट ਤੇ ਆ ਗਏ 1 ਮਿੰਟ ਤੇ ਵੀ ਲੈਣ ਲਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਮੇਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਮੈਂ ਲੌਂਗ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਵੇਖਦਾ ਆਹ ਉਤਲੀ ਲੈਣ ਹੈ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਰਿਵਰਸ ਆਇਆ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਰਿਵਰਸ ਆਇਆ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਵੀ ਰਿਵਰਸ ਆਇਆ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਵੀ ਰਿਵਰਸ ਆਇਆ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਅੱਗੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਆਇਆ ਫਿਰ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਆਇਆ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਫਿਰ ਆਪਣਾ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਫਿਰ ਐਸ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਆਇਆ ਐਸ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਆਇਆ ਐਸ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਫਿਰ ਆ ਗਿਆ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਐਸ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਤੇ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਲੈਣੀ ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਲੈਣੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਉਧਰ ਵੀ ਦੱਸਿਆ
ਫੇਕ ਡਾਊਨ ਉਹਨੇ ਕੀਤਾ
ਬ੍ਰੇਕ ਡਾਊਨ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਬ੍ਰੇਕ ਜੇ ਕਲੋਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਦਿੰਦੀ ਐਸ ਲੈਵਲ ਤੇ ਪੂਰੀ ਲੈਵਲ ਤੋਂ ਥੱਲੇ ਨਾ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਫਿਰ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਲੈ ਲੈਣੀ ਜੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਦਿੰਦੀ ਫੇਰ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਲੈਣੀ ਜਾਂ ਜੇ ਦਿੰਦੀ ਐਸ ਲੈਵਲ ਤੇ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਤੇ ਫੇਰ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਨਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਹੁਣ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਹੀ
ਫੇਰ ਆਪ ਦੀ ਲੈਣੀ
ਇਹ ਅਸੀਂ ਟ੍ਰੈਂਡ ਫਾਈਂਡ ਕੀਤਾ ਵੇਖਦੇ ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਜਦੋਂ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਨੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਤੇ ਟੱਚ ਕਰਨਾ ਨਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਲੈ ਲੈਣੀ
ਠੀਕ
ਇਹ ਮੈਂ ਚੱਲਾਂ ਹੀ ਹੁਣ 5 ਮਿੰਟ ਦੇ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਟਾਈਮ ਇਹ 5 ਮਿੰਟਾਂ 'ਚ ਇੱਕ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਬਣ ਗਈ ਇਹ ਐਸ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਚੁੱਕ ਕੇ ਕੱਢ ਦੇਣਾ ਜੀ ਡਿਲੀਟ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਵੇਖ ਕੇ ਸੈਟਲ ਨਾ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਾ 5 ਮਿੰਟ ਦੇ ਐਸ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ 'ਤੇ ਲੱਗ ਗਈ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਹੀ 1 2 3 ਹੁਣ ਜੇ ਆਹ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਨੇ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਬਣਦੀ 5 ਮਿੰਟ ਵਾਲੀ ਇਹਨੇ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਇਹਦੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਕਲੋਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਦਿੱਤੀ 4 ਮਿੰਟ 4 ਸੈਕਿੰਡ ਪਏ ਨੇ। ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਜਾਣਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਸਵਿਚ ਟਾਈਮ ਕਰ ਦੇਣਾ ਆ 1 ਕੈਂਡਲ ਆ 2 ਕੈਂਡਲ ਆ 3 ਕੈਂਡਲ ਆ 4 ਕੈਂਡਲ ਤੇ ਆ 5 ਕੈਂਡਲ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ। ਆ 5 ਕੈਂਡਲਾਂ ਦੀ 5 ਮਿੰਟ ਦੀ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਡੇਢ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਣੀ। ਅਗਲਾ ਇੱਥੋਂ 10 ਕੈਂਡਲਾਂ ਲੱਗਣੀ 5 ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ 10 ਦਾ ਟਰੈਕ 6 ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਸਵਿਚ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਕਲਿੱਕ ਕਰਨਾ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਆ ਵੇਖੋ ਸ਼ੋ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਇੱਥੇ ਸੈਗਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੁੰਦੀ 1 ਮਿੰਟ 2 ਮਿੰਟ 5 ਮਿੰਟ ਉੱਥੇ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਉੱਥੇ 1 ਮਿੰਟ 2 ਮਿੰਟ 3 ਮਿੰਟ 4 ਮਿੰਟ ਤੇ 5 ਮਿੰਟ ਆਹ ਅਸਲ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਚੱਲਣ ਦਿਆ 13 11 42 ਆ 13 ਤੇ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਖਤਮ ਹੋਣੀ ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ 1 ਮਿੰਟ ਦੀ ਲਾਈਏ ਭਲਾ ਕਿਉਂ। ਇੱਥੇ ਹੁਣ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਲਾ ਲਿਓ ਇੱਕ ਮਿਸਾਲ ਆ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਆ 3 ਮਿੰਟ ਤੇ 36 ਸਕਿੰਟ ਪਏ ਆ 3 ਮਿੰਟ 36 ਸਕਿੰਟ ਅਸੀਂ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਲਾ ਲਈਏ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਣੀ 1 ਕੈਂਡਲ ਤੇ ਜੇ 1 ਕੈਂਡਲ ਤੇ ਲਾਈ ਹੋਈ ਹੁਣ ਇੱਥੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਹੀ ਲਾ ਲਓ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਲਾਈਏ ਨਾ 2:54 ਦੇ 1 ਕੈਂਡਲ ਦੀ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਣੀ। ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਲਾਈਏ 2 ਮਿੰਟ 29 ਸੈਕਿੰਡਾਂ ਦੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਇਹ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਜਾਵੇ ਉਦੋਂ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਲਾਈਏ ਨਾ ਉਦੋਂ ਸਾਡੀ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਲੱਗਦੀ 1.5 ਮਿੰਟ ਦੀ
ਆਪਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਲਾਉਣੀ 5 ਮਿੰਟ ਵਾਲੀ।
ਮੈਂ ਵੈਸੇ ਸਮਝਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੁਣ ਨਾ ਦੇਖੋ 30 ਸੈਕਿੰਡ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਯਾਰ ਆਮ ਕਰ ਹੀ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਆ ਵੇਖੋ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਲੇਟ ਹੋਇਆ ਮੈਂ 1.5 ਮਿੰਟ ਦੀ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਲੱਗ ਗਈ ਹਾਲਾਂਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਤੇ 1 ਕੈਂਡਲ ਬਣਾਉਣੀ ਸੀ 1 ਮਿੰਟ ਦੀ ਠੀਕ ਇੱਕ ਮਿਸਾਲ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਮੈਂ ਲਾ ਲਓ 1 ਮਿੰਟ ਦਾ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਟਾਈਮ ਆ ਇਹ ਮੈਂ ਲਾਉਣੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਹੁਣ ਦਾ ਦਿਮਾਗੋਂ ਇਹ 1.5 ਮਿੰਟ ਦੀ ਕਿਉਂ ਲੱਗੀ 1 ਮਿੰਟ ਦੀ ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗੀ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵਾ ਨਾ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਟਾਈਮ 30 ਸੈਕਿੰਡ ਤੋਂ ਉੱਤੇ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਲਾਈਏ ਫਿਰ ਉਸੇ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਦੀ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਂਦੀ। ਅੱਛਾ ਜੇ 30 ਸੈਕਿੰਡ ਤੋਂ 1 ਸੈਕਿੰਡ ਵੀ ਥੱਲੇ 30 ਤੇ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਫਿਰ ਵੀ ਅੱਗੇ ਇੱਥੇ 1.5 ਮਿੰਟ ਪੈ ਜਾਣਾ ਅਗਲੀ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੈ ਜਾਣਾ। ਅੱਛਾ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਇਹਦੀ ਗੌਰ ਕਰੋ ਇੱਥੇ ਲੱਗ ਗਿਆ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਇਹ ਗੌਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੁਣ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੇਰਾ ਖਿਆਲ ਹੈ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਹੁੰਦੇ 1 ਮਿੰਟ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਆ ਗਏ ਇੱਥੇ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਣੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਰਿਪੀਟ ਕਰੇ ਨਾ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿ 30 ਸੈਕਿੰਡ ਆ ਸੀ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਲਾਤੀ ਤੇ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਲਾਤੀ 30 ਸਕਿੰਟਾਂ ਦੀ ਲੱਗੀ 30 ਸਕਿੰਟ ਪਏ ਸੀ ਦੇ ਹਨਾ ਆ ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਲਾਉਂਦਾ 27 ਸਕਿੰਟ ਪਏ ਪੰਜੀ 1 ਮਿੰਟ 24 ਸਕਿੰਟ ਦੀ ਕਿਉਂ ਲੱਗੀ 30 ਸਕਿੰਟ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਲਾਈਏ ਨਾ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਦੇ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ 30 ਸਕਿੰਟ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸਾਡੀ ਉਸੇ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਦੀ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਲੱਗ ਜਾਣੀ। ਅੱਛਾ ਜੇ ਅਸੀਂ 30 ਸਕਿੰਟ ਤੋਂ 1 ਸਕਿੰਟ ਵੀ ਥੱਲੇ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਅਸੀਂ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਲਾਈਏ ਨਾਲ ਅਗਲਾ 1 ਮਿੰਟ ਵੀ ਪੈ ਜਾਣਾ। ਅੱਛਾ ਉਹ 1.5 ਮਿੰਟ ਦੀ ਲੱਗੀ ਅਗਲੀ 1.5 ਮਿੰਟ ਦੀ ਜਾਂ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਵੀ ਟਾਈਮ ਹੋਰ ਹੋਇਆ ਉਹ ਪੈ ਜਾਣਾ। ਯਾਨੀ ਕਿ 29 ਸੈਕਿੰਡਾਂ ਦੀ ਹੋਈ ਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਲਾਈ 1.5 ਮਿੰਟ ਦੀ ਲੱਗਣੀ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਤੇ ਅਗਰ ਜੇ 31 ਸੈਕਿੰਡਾਂ ਦੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਲਾਤੀ ਤੇ ਉਹ 1 ਮਿੰਟ ਦੀ ਹੀ ਲੱਗਣੀ 31 ਹਾਂਜੀ ਇੰਨੇ ਹੁਣ ਥੱਲੇ ਆਣਾ ਜੀ ਆਹ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਸਾਡੀ 200 ਦੀ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ ਡਿਪੈਂਡ ਕਰਦਾ ਫਾਈਨਲ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਪੂਰੇ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ ਲਾਓ। ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਜੀ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਲੈਵਲ ਵੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕੋਈ SNR ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਹੋਰੀਜ਼ੋਨਟਲ ਲਾਈਨ ਲਾ ਕੇ SNR ਮਤਲਬ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਰੈਜ਼ਿਸਟੈਂਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਆ ਕੋਈ ਕਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਸਾਡੀ ਲੋਸ ਹੋਣੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਲੱਗੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਹੁਣ ਇੱਕ ਲੈਬ ਵਾਲਾ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਮੈਂ ਲੈਣ ਲਈ ਗੌਰ ਕਰੋ ਵੇਖੋ ਇੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਉਹਨੇ ਟੱਚ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਉੱਤੇ ਗਈ ਇੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਟੱਚ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਉੱਤੇ ਗਈ ਇੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਟੱਚ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਥੱਲੇ ਆਈ ਇੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਟੱਚ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਥੱਲੇ ਆਈ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਉਹ ਇਸ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੇ ਵੀ ਆਈ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਗਿਆ ਸਾਡਾ ਲੈਵਲ ਸੈੱਟ ਹੋਊਗਾ। ਅੱਛਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿ ਟੱਚ ਕੀਤਾ ਬੋਡੀ ਨੇ ਟੱਚ ਕੀਤਾ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪੁਆਇੰਟ ਲੱਭ ਜਾਣਾ। ਅੱਛਾ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਟੱਚ ਕਰਕੇ ਥੱਲੇ ਆਏ ਆ ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਲਾਈ ਸੀ ਲੈਨ 5 ਮਿੰਟ ਦੇ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਟਾਈਮ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਆ ਅਸੀਂ 1 ਮਿੰਟ ਦੇ ਆਏ ਸਾਡੀ ਲੈਨ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਵਿਖਾਉਂਦੀ ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿਸੇ ਲੈਵਲ 'ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗੀ ਕਿਉਂ ਭਲਾ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਫਿਰ ਭਲਾ ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਫਿਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਕਲਿੱਕ ਕਰਨਾ ਕਾਪੀ ਕਰਕੇ ਇੱਕ ਲਾਈਨ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਚੁੱਕ ਕੇ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਵੀਕਾਂ 'ਤੇ ਰੱਖ ਦੇਣੀ। ਅੱਛਾ ਆਹ ਵੀਕਾਂ 'ਤੇ ਰੱਖ ਦੇਣੀ ਸਾਰਾ ਕਵਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਹੁਣ ਪਿੱਛੋਂ ਵੀ ਤੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਆ ਵੇਖੋ ਆਪ ਥੱਲੇ ਵਾਲੀ ਲਾਈਨ ਆ ਵਿਕ ਤੇ ਹਨਾ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਵਿਕ ਤੇ ਆ ਵੇਖੋ ਵਿਕ ਤੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਅੱਗੋਂ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਰਿਵਰਸ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਵੇਖਣਾ ਵਾ ਜੇ ਉਹਨੇ ਨਾ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਦਾ ਥੱਲੇ ਆਉਂਦੀ
ਪਿੱਛੇ ਕਰੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਵਿਕਾਂ ਦਿਖਾਈਆਂ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸਦਾ ਅੱਜ ਆ ਸਮਝਾਇਆ ਇਹਨੇ ਥੋੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਇੱਧਰ ਕਿ ਹਰੀ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਬਣੀ ਉੱਤੇ ਆ ਇਦਾਂ ਬਣ ਗਿਆ ਮਤਲਬ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਉੱਤੋਂ ਥੱਲੋਂ ਵੇਖ ਹੈਗੀ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਦੇ ਹੈਂਬਰ ਜਿਹਾ ਬਣ ਗਿਆ ਉਹਨੇ ਭਲਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਨਾਂ ਲਿਆ ਸੀ ਇਹਦਾ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਰੈੱਡ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਬਣੀ ਡੋਜੀ ਬਣੀ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਰੈੱਡ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਬਣੀ ਉਹਨੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿ 50% ਤੋਂ ਥੱਲੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨਾ ਉਹਨੇ ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿ ਬ੍ਰੇਕ ਡਾਊਨ ਕਰਤਾ ਕੀ ਕਰਤਾ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਖਤਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਖਤਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪੇ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਲੈ ਸਕਦੇ ਠੀਕ
ਹੈ ਹੁਣ ਵੇਖੋ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੈਵਲ ਆਏ ਸੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਘੁੰਮ ਗਈ ਆ ਉੱਤੇ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਲੈਵਲ ਆਏ ਉਦੋਂ ਆ ਹਰੀ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਆ ਲਾਲ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਬਣਾਉਂਦੀ ਸੀ ਬਣਾਉਂਦਿਆਂ ਉਹਨੇ ਆ ਹਰੀ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਵੀ ਬਣਾਤੀ ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੈਣੀ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਆ ਆਪਣੀ ਹੋਰੀਜ਼ੋਨਟਲ ਲਾਈਨ ਕਾਪੀ ਕਰੀਏ ਕਾਪੀ ਕਰਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਆ ਨਾ ਐਸ ਲੈਵਲ ਤੇ ਲਾ ਲਈਏ ਜਿੱਥੋਂ ਦੂਸਰੀਆਂ ਕੈਂਡਲਾਂ ਨੇ ਰਿਵਰਸ ਲਿਆ
ਰਿਵਰਸ ਫਾਈਂਡ ਕਰਨਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਸਾਰਾ
ਰਿਵਰਸ ਹੀ ਦਾ ਫਾਈਂਡ ਕਰਨਾ ਕੀ ਹੈ
ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਮਝਦੀ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਮਤਲਬ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਲਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ
ਕਿਹੜੀ ਸ਼ੈਲੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਮਝਿਆ
ਰਿਵਰਸ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਲਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਨੇ ਰਿਵਰਸ ਲਿਆ ਵਾ
ਆ ਯਾਰ ਆਮ ਅੱਖ ਨਾਲ ਵੇਖਣ ਤੇ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਣ ਦਿਆ ਕਿ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਇਸ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਤੋਂ ਆ ਕੇ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਉੱਤੇ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਥੱਲੇ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਟੱਚ ਕਰਕੇ ਇਸ ਲੈਵਲ ਤੋਂ ਦੂਸਰੇ ਰੰਗ ਦੀ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਲਾਈਨ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਵੇਖਣਾ ਵਾ ਹੋਰੀਜ਼ੋਨਟਲ ਲਾਈਨ ਕੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਜੇ 3 ਤੋਂ 4 ਦਫਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਉਹ ਲੈਵਲ 1 ਬਣ ਜਾਣਾ ਠੀਕ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਹੀ 3 ਤੋਂ 4 ਦਫਾ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਦਫਾ ਆ ਸਾਡਾ ਲੈਵਲ ਬਣ ਗਿਆ ਹੁਣ ਵੇਖੋ ਟੱਚ ਕਰਕੇ ਗਈ 5 ਮਿੰਟ ਦੀ ਇੰਨੇ ਅਗਲੀ ਆ ਡੋਜੀ ਵਾਲੀ ਨੇ ਟੱਚ ਕੀਤਾ ਇੱਥੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਲੈਣੀ ਡੋਜੀ ਵਾਲੇ ਨੇ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਹਨੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਤੱਕ ਜੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਕਲੋਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਦਿੰਦੀ ਨਾ ਫੇਰ ਲੈਣੀ ਇਹਨੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਾਲਾ ਏਰੀਆ ਕਵਰ ਕਰਨ ਆ ਸਕਦੀ ਸੀ
ਇਹਨੇ ਵਿਕ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਦੇਤੀ
ਹਾਂ ਆਹ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਨਾ ਵਿਕ ਕਵਰ ਕਰਨ ਆ ਸਕਦੀ ਸੀ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਆ ਵਿਕਾਂ ਕਵਰ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ ਇਹਨਾਂ
ਠੀਕ
ਆ ਵਿਕਾਂ ਕਵਰ ਹੋਣੀ
ਜਿਹੜਾ ਜਿੱਡੀ ਲੰਮੀ ਵੇਕ ਹੋਵੇ ਉਹ ਕਵਰ ਕਰਨ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ
ਨਹੀਂ ਵੇਕ ਹੁਣ ਉੱਤੇ ਨੂੰ ਬਣੀ ਹੈ ਕਈ ਦਫਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਲੇਕਿਨ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕਰਨ ਆਉਣਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਕੈਂਡਲਾਂ ਇਹ ਗੈਪ ਆ ਗੈਪ ਦੋ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਇੱਕ ਆ ਗੈਪ ਆ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਸ ਗੈਪ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਉਹ ਦੂਸਰਾ ਗੈਪ ਉਹ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਵਾਲਾ ਗੈਪ ਸੀ ਹੁਣ ਵੇਖੋ ਇਹਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਕਿਸੇ 'ਚ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਗੈਪ ਨਹੀਂ ਵਿਖੇ ਕਹਿ ਗਏ ਕਿਸੇ ਹੋਰ ਇਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਗੈਪ
ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹ ਉੱਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਖਤਮ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ
ਐਸ ਕੈਂਡਲ
ਆ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਹਰੇ 'ਚ ਖਤਮ ਹੋਈ ਲਾਲ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਲਾਲ ਹਜੇ ਡਾਊਨ ਹੋਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਇਹਦੇ 'ਚ ਗੈਪ ਆ
ਇਹਦੇ 'ਚ
ਹਲਕਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਗੈਪ ਆ
ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ
ਯਾਰ ਆ ਦੇ ਗੈਪ ਇਹਦੇ 'ਚ
ਆ ਗੈਪ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੰਨਾ 'ਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ ਕਿਸੇ
ਗੈਪ ਲੱਭੀ ਹੁਣ ਕੋਈ
ਹੈ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਗੈਪ
ਓਕੇ
ਵੇਖੋ ਨਾ ਆ ਹਰੀ ਨੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਕਲੋਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਦਿੱਤੀ
ਉੱਥੇ ਰੈੱਡ ਬਣ ਗਈ
ਉੱਥੇ ਰੈੱਡ ਬਣ ਗਈ ਡਾਊਨ ਵਾਲੀ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ 'ਚ ਹਰੀ ਬਣੀ ਇਹਨੇ ਬਣਾਤੀ ਹੁਣ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਰ ਚੀਜ਼ ਦੱਸਾਂ ਸੋਨੇ ਦੀ ਚਿੜੀ ਆਈ ਸੋਨੇ ਦੀ ਚਿੜੀ ਆਈ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਕਿਤਾਬ ਆ ਲਾਲ ਹੀ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਬਣਦੀ ਹੈ
ਉੱਤੇ ਥੱਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਬਣ ਗਈ
ਇਹ ਨਾ ਬਣੀ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਅਗਲੀ ਲਾਲ ਬਣਦੀ
ਤੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਕਿੰਨੇ
ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਆ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਸਕਿੰਟ ਪਏ ਉਹਨੇ ਪੂਰੀ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਦੀ ਲੱਗੀ
30 ਸੈਕਿੰਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਖਤਮ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗੀ
ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਖਤਮ ਹੋਣੀ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਖਤਮ ਹੋ ਜਾਣੀ
ਓਕੇ ਅਸਲ ਟਾਈਮ 13 ਸੈਕਿੰਡ ਦਾ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ
ਆ ਇੱਧਰ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਇੱਧਰ ਵੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀਆਂ ਦੂਰ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਗਾਣ ਰਹੀ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ
ਤੇਰੀ ਗਲਤੀ ਆਈ ਮੈਂ ਬ੍ਰੇਕਅਪ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਤੇਰੀ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਨਾ ਤੇਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਬਣੀ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਤੇਰੀ ਗੱਲ ਬਣੀ मुझे नहीं पता मगर उसका नंबर मेरे पास है बदले Hi guys, welcome to back YouTube channel and subscribe Welcome to back my YouTube channel and subscribe my channel. तो गाइस आज हम क्लास ले रहे हैं किस क्लास दे रहे हैं हम ट्रेडिंग आपको ट्रेडिंग का अकाउंट दिखाते हैं पेज ओपन हुआ अपने लैपटॉप में ठीक है ना तो ये आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पे करना है ट्रेडिंग स्टॉप कर दो नहीं देता नहीं चल रहा
ਯਾਰ ਥੱਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਦੀ ਮਜ਼ਾ ਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ
किला कौन गया
ਉਹਦੇ ਬੇਰਾ ਮਹੀਨਾ ਆਇਆ ਨਹੀਂ
कहना
ਅਲੀ ਭਾਈ ਅੱਬੇ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਯਾਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਮੈਂ ਕਲਾਸ ਚ ਸੀਗਾ ਛੇ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ ਆ ਗਈ
एक मिला देखो नहीं मिला बदले में तेरे आगे चली
मुंह बना
चल चलिए यार देता लेक्चर का नहीं
देना ओए होए अखा बंद आ गया
हंड्रेड बात होता है भाई
देख कर वो सुना भाई तेरे
मैं तो सुना है
आ गई भाई का स्टाफ है जो अपनी कर ली
ਭਾਈ ਦੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਨੇ ਕਾਲ ਕੀਤੀ 1 ਘੰਟਾ ਵੇਲੇ ਅੱਛਾ ਤਿੰਨ ਕਾਲਾਂ ਆਈਆਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਖੈਰ ਆ ਸਵੇਰ ਦਾ
आ खोले पागल आ गया
ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਖੈਰ ਆ ਸਵੇਰ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਚੱਕਣ ਲਿਆ ਹੈਗਾ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਯਾਰ ਤੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਕਾਲ ਦੀ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਆਈ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਫੋਨ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਵੀ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ
मैं भी सही गई हूँ चेक कर
बदले में मैं तेरे
चेक कर आई मैं नाल वाइस चांसलर भी नाल प्रिंसिपल ही है
यूनिवर्सिटी यार मैं एडमिशन लेना
आई मैडम नाल न्यूज़ वाले
पता मैं तेन दसदा कल मैं आसान ले उत्थे यूनिवर्सिटी दी आई ट्रेन तो लड़कियां दी ਉਹ ਲੜਕੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮੈਮ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਪਹਾੜੀ ਦੇ ਭਾਈ ਚੜਨ ਲੱਗ ਗਈ ਵਿਚਾਰੀ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਥੱਲੇ ਨਿਕਲ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਉਹ 5 ਪੌੜੇ ਚੜਿਆ ਘਰੇ ਪੌੜਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਬਹਿ ਰਿਹਾ ਘਰੇ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਪਰਵਾਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੇਰਾ ਬੁਰਕਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੜਿਆ ਹੱਥ 'ਚ ਉਹਨੇ ਬੋਤਲ ਫੜੀ ਭਾਈ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਮੈਮ ਆ ਜਾਈਏ ਮੈਮ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਵਿਚਾਰੀਆਂ ਮਸਾਂ ਹੀ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਗਈਆਂ ਪਹਾੜੀ ਤੇ ਮੈਮ ਦਾ ਜੇ ਪਸੀਨਾ ਸੀ ਸੁੱਕਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਵਿਚਾਰੀ ਦਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਬੈਠੀ ਮੂੰਹ ਖੋਲ ਕੇ ਪਾਪਾ ਜੀ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਚਲੋ ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੀ मैं आपको सब्र कर लो थोड़ा सा क्या हो गया थोड़ा सा सब्र कर लो ਭਾਈ ਵਿਚਾਰੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਔਖੀ ਬਾਅਦ ਚ ਥੱਲੇ ਉਤਰ ਕੇ ਹੋਰ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਚੜਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਔਖਾ
ਆ ਭੈਣ ਦੀ ਨਾਲ ਨਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਬਹਿ ਗਿਆ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤੇ ਗੁੱਸਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਦਿਆ
ਖਿੱਚ ਕੇ ਮਾਰਨੀ ਸੀ
ਮੈਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਬਹਿ ਗਿਆ
ਹੋ ਜਾਤੇ हैं
ਇਹ ਮਤਲਬ ਇਹ ਉੱਥੇ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਬੜੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਉਹ ਫੈਲਾ ਸਾਰਾ ਫੰਕਸ਼ਨ ਦੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ ਕੋਈ
ਗੋੜ ਮਿਲਦਾ
ਬੜੇ ਬੜੇ ਪੁਰਾਣੇ ਮਾਡਲ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ
ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਨਾ ਆ ਸਾਰਾ ਭਾਜੀ
ਬਹੁਤ
ਆ ਸਟੂਡੈਂਟ ਆ ਸਾਰਾ ਅਭੀ ਸਾਰਾ ਦੋਵੇਂ ਸਾਰਾ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਚ ਖਿਡਾਰੇ ਸੀ ਆ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਂ ਆ
ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਲੱਗੀ
ਗੋੜ ਮਿਲਦਾ
और जिन्हें पागल पुगल वाली है वो भी सारा
अभी सारा दिन अपने लंच का आता है
एग्रीकल्चर यूनिवर्सिटी यूनिवर्सिटी का अंदर एडी बढ़िया तुम कितने बैठे हो हैं
भाई ये बिल्कुल गेट दे नाल आ ये नहीं टोबे दी है
अच्छा टोबे जाने हैं ना यार लेना अगर डॉक्टर बन गई मेरा कोर्स है 4 साल का
3 साल का 3 साढ़े 3 साल का ही
है पहला साल है ਤੁਹਾਡਾ
मेरा 1.5 साल हो गया मुक जाना मेरा भी होना अगले महीने पेपर है तो
ਡੰਗਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਬਾਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਾਵਰ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਬਣਾਉਣਾ ਸੀ
ਦੀ ਭੈਣ ਦੀ ਮੈਂ ਤੇ ਕੋਲ ਪੜਾਈ ਤੇ ਦੋ ਰਹੇ ਸੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਐਸੇ ਕੁਝ ਬਾਤ ਇੰਦਾ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਚਾਹ ਨੂੰ ਆ ਗਏ
ਚਲੋ ਯਾਰ ਚੰਗਾ
ਆ ਸਾਰਾ ਮੈਂ ਨਾਲ ਲਵਾਇਆ ਸਟਾਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੰਗ ਭਰੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਪਈਆਂ ਸੀ ਭਾਈ ਉਹ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਮੈਂ ਕਦੀ ਵੇਖੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਿਸ ਬਾਹਮੋਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਈ ਰੰਗ ਭਰੰਗੀ ਗੋਭੀ
ਅੱਛਾ
ਬਗੈਰ ਬੀਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਮਾਂਡੇ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਨਾਲ ਸੀਗੇ ਬਗੈਰ ਬੀਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਮਰੂਦ ਦਾ ਇਹ ਤੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਹੀ ਕਰਨ ਗਿਆ ਬਗੈਰ ਬੀਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਨਿੰਬੂ ਅਮਰੂਦ ਲੱਗਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਗੱਚੀਆਂ ਗੁੜ ਸ਼ੱਕਰ
एडमिशन में आकर दवा दिए भाई एग्रीकल्चर
नहीं आवाज है सी को कुछ ऐसी होनी चाहिए
कटो मेरा साफ थे होने हैं
आहो और बाकी है ये नहीं ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਸਾਰਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਆ ਭੈਣ ਚੋਦ ਕੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਬਹਿ ਗਿਆ ਸਾਰੀ ਗਾਲੇ ਸੁਣਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਜਿੱਦੇ ਤਸਵੀਰ ਨੇ ਚੱਲੀ ਆ
ਮੈਂ ਵਿਚਾਰੀ ਦੇਖ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਆ ਲੈ ਆ ਮਾਸਟਰ
ਆ ਮਾਸਟਰ ਹੀ ਹੈ
पूरा ही बनाया है देसी भाई
है मंजा भी डाया ही भाई हम मास्टर ये जिन्होंने पढ़ाते हैं एक वाइस चांसलर एक प्रिंसिपल आ मैडम और भी मैडम है पर सानू इन्हें तैयार करवाया मतलब आ साथ शायद इन्हें तैयार आ देखो अनाल रंग बिरंगे भांडे पे मिट्टी दे
कल्चर में प्रमोट किया
गया अच्छा दसी शक्कर दो गुड़ वाले चावल देसी शक्कर गाजर का हलवा घंटा हम करके नहीं देता गचे का गुड़ दी हाथ साग फिर क्रॉस ब्रीड गोभी
कितना तगड़ा फूल है
ये भाई क्रॉस ब्रीड स्पेशल आ चिट्टे रंग दी हरे रंग दी हाइब्रिड गोभी मूली रीडी मूली सी चले भाई वीडियो चलने कोई गल नहीं
खैर एंड ते लाउणी ਆਪਾਂ ਉਦੋਂ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਦੇਖ ਲਾ ਚੱਲਣ ਦੇ ਕੈਮਰਾ ਬੰਦ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਦੇਖੀ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਵੀ ਆ ਕਿ ਬੰਦ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਕੈਮਰਾ
ਚੱਲਦੀ ਆ 25 ਮਿੰਟ ਦੀ ਬਣ ਗਈ ਆ
ਮੈਂ ਬੈਠ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਾਰੇ ਦਾ ਪੂਰੇ ਘੰਟੇ ਵਾਲੀ ਲਾ ਲੈਣੀ
ਬਹੁਤ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਹਿਣ ਦੇ ਆ ਨਿੰਬੂ ਸੀਗੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਏ ਉਹ ਵਿੱਚ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਏ ਠੀਕ ਆ ਨਾਲ ਡਰਾਈ ਫਰੂਟ ਆ ਭਾਂਡੇ ਪਏ ਹੀ ਦੇਸੀ ਅੰਡੇ ਟੋਕਰੀਆਂ
ਦੇਸੀ ਅੰਡੇ ਵੀ ਲਿਆ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਭੈੜਾ ਜਿਹਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਦੇਖਣ ਡਿਆ
ਮੈਂ ਆ ਸਨਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੇਰੀ ਚੱਜ ਦੀ ਤਸਵੀਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੋਈ ਹੋਰ ਮੁੰਡਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਾ ਆ ਸਾਰੇ ਹੀ ਆ ਤੇ ਆ ਮੈਂ ਆ ਵਾਈਸ ਚਾਂਸਲਰ ਹੀ ਆ ਪ੍ਰਿੰਸੀਪਲ ਜੀ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਸੈਂਟਰ 'ਚ ਮੈਂ ਖਲੋਤਾ
ਨੈਕਸਟ ਪ੍ਰਿੰਸੀਪਲ ਸੈਂਟਰ 'ਚ ਖੜੇ ਆ
ਹਨੇਰਾ ਹੀ ਆਇਆ ਉੱਥੇ ਕੋਲੇ ਹੈ ਨਾ
ਧੁੱਪ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਪੈਣੀ
ਇੰਟਰਵਿਊ ਦੇ 4 ਮੈਂ ਕਦੇ ਕੀਤੇ ਹੋਏ
ਇਹਨੇ ਵਿਚਾਰੇ ਇੰਟਰਵਿਊ ਦੇਣਾ ਮੈਰਿਜ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਉਹ ਜਦ
ਆ ਵੀ ਮੈਡਮ
ਹਰਾਮਦੀ ਹੈ
ਤਸਵੀਰ ਵੀ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਦੂਰੇ ਵੇਖਦਾ ਬੰਦੇ
ਜਾਲੀ ਦੀ ਸਲਾਰੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਮਾਸਟਰ ਨੂੰ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਚਿੰਗਾ ਲਾ ਲਾ ਹੋਰ ਕਿਦਾਂ ਦੀ
ਭਾਈ ਕਈ ਇਦਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਮਾਸਟਰ ਹੀ ਆ ਅਸੀਂ ਫੇਰ ਆ ਪਿੱਛੇ
ਤੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਨੇ ਸਰਾਣੇ ਖਲੋਣਾ ਇਹਦੀ ਵਰਖੀ ਦੇ ਘੱਟ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਹਰਾਮਦੀ ਹੈ ਖੈਰ ਆ ਤਾਂ
ਫੋਟੋ ਦੇ ਰਹਾ ਹੈ ਆ ਵੀ ਤਸਵੀਰ ਮੇਰੀ ਹੈ ਵੀ
ਇਹ ਆ ਬੜੀ ਕਮਾਲ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਹੈ ਚੰਗੇ ਕੈਮਰੇ ਤੋਂ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਲੱਗ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਸਾਈਡ ਤੇ
ਗੁੜ ਮੇਲਾ ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਗੁੜ ਮੇਲਾ
ਮੁੰਡੇ ਦਾ ਭਾਈ ਆ ਹੀਰੋ ਖਿਲਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੇ ਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ
ਚਿੱਤਰ ਖਾਨ ਲੱਗਾ ਸੀ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਉੱਠ ਉੱਠ ਬਾਹਰ ਚੱਲ ਸਾਰੇ ਗਾਰੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਐਵੇਂ ਯਾਰ ਅੰਦਰ ਵਾੜ ਆਏ ਸੀ ਬੰਦੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੇਲੇ ਹੋਰ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਚੱਲ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਸਬਰ ਗੱਲ ਆ ਮੈਂ ਉੱਠ ਉੱਠ ਸਬਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਦੋ ਵਾਰ
ਜੱਟ ਹੁਣ ਮੂਡ ਚਾਹ
ਚਲਾ ਗਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਲਾ ਗਿਆ ਆ ਭਲਵਾਨ ਲੜ ਪਿਆ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਸਾਡੀ ਗਲਾ ਦੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਲੜਿਆ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨਾਲ ਖਲੋਤਾ ਇਹਦੇ
ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਲੜ ਪਏ
ਸਿੱਟੀਆਂ ਇੰਨੀਆਂ
ਡੀਸੈਂਟ ਜਿਹਾ ਬੱਚਾ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਤਾਂ
ਡੀਸੈਂਟ ਹੀ ਆ ਬਾਕੀ
ਮੋਲ ਵੀ ਹੈ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਦੀ ਸਾ ਭਾਈ
ਨਹੀਂ ਵਾਦੀ ਹੈ ਦਾੜੀ ਦੇ ਖਾਣ ਬੰਦਾ ਸਿਆਣਾ ਆਦਾ ਡੰਗਰ ਡਾਕਟਰੀ ਦਾ ਇਹ ਤੇ ਸਕੂਲ ਆ ਯਾਰ ਦੇਖੋ ਤਾਂ
ਇਹ ਮਤੂਰਾ ਹੀ ਲੱਗਦਾ
ਆ ਸਾਰੇ ਭਾਂਡੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਤਾਂ
ਧਿਆਨ ਦੇ ਫੋਟੋ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਇਹ ਆਈ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿਆ ਨੂੰ ਫੋਟੋ ਨੂੰ ਨੀਟ
ਆ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਲੜਿਆ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ
ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵਿਚਾਰਾ ਮਸੂਮ ਜਿਹਾ ਬੱਚਾ ਇਹਦੀ ਮੋਟੇ ਦੇ
ਟੀਸੀ ਬੜੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਮੋਟੇ ਨੇ ਬੜੀ ਚਿੱਤਰ ਮੇਰੇ ਟੀਸੀ ਬੜੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੀ ਸਦਾ
ਮੇਰਾ ਚੁੱਪ ਕੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੂੰ ਮੂੰਹ ਬਾਤ ਕਰਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਆ ਠੀਕ ਆ ਖੈਰ ਆ ਕਿੰਨੇ ਦੇਖ
ਆ ਤਸਵੀਰ ਯਾਰ ਮੈਂ ਇਧਰ ਨੂੰ ਵੇਖਣਾ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਬੰਦ ਆ ਗਈ
ਤੇ ਭਾਈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿ ਸਰਕਲ ਲਾ ਕੇ ਨਾ ਐ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਕਹੇ ਇਹਦੀਆਂ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਖੋਲ ਦੇ ਹੁਣੇ ਮਤਲਬ
ਕਿੱਦਾਂ
ਜੈਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਖੋਲ
ਜੈਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਵੇ ਨਾ ਪਾ
ਜਿਹੜਾ ਗੂਗਲ ਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲਿਖ ਦੇ ਜੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਲਿਖ ਜੀ
ਗੂਗਲ ਜੈਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਿਖਣਾ
ਜੀ
ਹੈਗੀ
ਫੋਟੋ ਅਪਲੋਡ ਕਰ
ਇਹ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਉੱਥੇ ਕਦੇ
ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿ ਨਾ ਇਹਦੇ ਅਪਲੋਡ ਕਰ ਦੇ
ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਨਾ
ਉਹਨੂੰ ਕਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੋਂ ਵਾਸਗੜ ਦੀ ਪਾਈ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਲੈਫਟ ਸਾਈਡ ਬਣਦੀ ਹੈ ਤੇਰੀ
ਉਧਰੋਂ
ਉਧਰ ਯਾਰ ਇਹ ਨਾ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਖੋਲ ਦੇ ਬਸ
ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਫਰੰਟ ਤੋਂ ਰਾਈਟ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਲੈਫਟ ਕਰਾਂ
ਕੁਝ ਵੀ ਨਾ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ ਜੇ ਉਹ ਲੜਕਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਜੇ ਲੜਕੇ ਦੀ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਕੈਮਰੇ ਤੋਂ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਾ ਖੁੱਲ੍ਹੀਆਂ ਉਹ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਖੋਲਦੇ ਆ
ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਪਾਇਆ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਫੂਸੇ ਵੀ ਪਾਏ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਇਹ ਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਣਾਈ ਸੀ ਮੈਂ ਖੇੜੀ ਪਾਈ ਸੀ
ਫੂਸਾ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਕਲਚਰ ਨੂੰ
ਖੇੜੀ ਵੀ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਹੈ ਆਹ ਕਰਤਾ ਇਹਨੇ ਪੰਜਾ ਆਈ ਬਣਾਤਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ
ਉਹ ਅੱਛੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਬੋਲਣ ਨੂੰ ਨੈਚੁਰਲ ਲੱਗਣਾ ਉਹ ਅੱਛੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨੈਚੁਰਲ ਹੋਣਾ ਨੈਚੁਰਲ ਲੱਗੇ ਬਸ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ
ਐਡਿਟ ਕਰੋ ਚੀਜ਼ ਐਡਿਟ ਕਰੋ ਨਾਲੀ ਦਾ ਤੇ ਉਹਨੇ ਕੋਲ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਪਾਨ
ਨਾਮ ਹੀ ਬਣਾਤਾ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਰਾਜੂ ਭਈਆ
ਉਹਨੇ ਮੂੰਹ ਬਦਲਦਾ ਯਾਰ
ਤੂੰ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਕਰ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਵੈਸੇ ਉਹ ਆਪਣੀ ਤਸਵੀਰ ਕਰ ਲਓ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਕਰ
ਅਸਲ
ਤਸਵੀਰ ਬੈਕ ਕਰ
ਫੇਰ ਨਾ
ਨਹੀਂ ਬੈਕ ਕਰ ਦਿਆ ਉਦਾਂ ਤਸਵੀਰ ਕਰ ਐਵੇਂ ਤੋਂ ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਸਰਕਲ ਲਾ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਤੇ ਆਪ ਪੈਨਸਲ ਬਣਾ यार तुम कलर थोड़ा मोटा कर ला कुछ नहीं हो गया कैंसर नाम लग गया हाँ ठीक है डन कर सेव हो गया अपलोड करने उन्होंने कहा कि नेचुरल तरीके ना मेरे मतलब कि अखा मतलब ऐसा जेह्दे तो मैं सर्कल लाया जिस इमेज पे मैंने
नानो लोड ਦਾ ਆਪਸ਼ਨ ਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ
नानो बनाया
नहीं खोलती
खुलियां तो नहीं मैंने लेकर तो मेरा लाना कीता
वीडियो नहीं
लेकर ख्याल आ रही
ਉੱਤੇ ਤਸਵੀਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੁਝ ਕਰਦੇ
तेरे समझ ही नहीं आई मैं कहने की नहीं मैं चैट जीपीटी को इतना कहता ना तो सर आपका मतलब कि गुस्सा करना बनता है फिर एक बार प्रोसेस बना देते हैं तो तेरे समझ नहीं आ रही मैं तेरे फील लेके देता हूँ
पंजाबी कहता है पंजाबी कहता
बोलता करूँगी
मैं समझ रहा हूँ आगे कहते हैं जिस लड़के की आंखें बंद है नेचुरल तरीके से खोल दी जाए ताकि वो कैमरे की तरफ देख रहा मैंने लेकिन कभी ये नेचुरल रिजल्ट देने में थोड़ी गलती कर देता है आप प्लीज़ एक बार वाजे कर दें कि किस लड़के वाइट कपड़े वाला ब्लू बेस वेस्ट वाला या कोई और की आंखें ठीक करनी है अगर आप इमेज पर सर्कल लगा कर दोबारा देखते हो ट्रेडिंग कर
ट्रेडिंग हो गई जिस पे सर्कल लगा नहीं ट्रेडिंग हो गई थे अब फिलहाल में तस्वीर बना ले
हेलो थैंक्स अ लॉट
ओके
विद गुड हैबिट्स
अच्छी याद है
मैटर क्या है
इंग्लिश में कहते हैं तेरी भाई
ठीक है अच्छी याद है तुम्हारे साथ
चलिए मैं क्या मेरा
उनकी भेज दी यार इन्हें भेज कुछ
ठीक है
ले इनको गाल काटेंगे
सेट
अखर दौड़िया क्या
गैलरी में यार
ऐसी दौड़िया
हां
सर्कल कितना है
हां सर्कल कितना आई बाकी आज ही हो गया
आप ये डॉट का इतना थल्ले में लग जाना
एक मिनट मार्केट थल्ले आ गई है
मार्केट चंगी तो नहीं थल्ले आ गई कोई
ਉੱਤੇ ਤੇ ਸਿਲਾਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਲਾਈ
कि मैंने तुम
ਆ ਬੰਦ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਇੱਥੇ ਲਾਈ ਸੀ ਭਾਈ JPP ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇਖੋ ਇਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਨਾ ਅਵੇਲੇਬਲ ਕਈ ਵਾਰ ਇਦਾਂ ਪੇਲ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਇਸ ਕੋ ਗੜਬੜ ਹੁੰਦੀ OTC हुआ
चौड़ मार दिए तू आज ना मैनू सिर्फ ना शायद ये दसना कि मतलब कितना
ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਕ ਸ਼ਾਇਦ ਦੱਸਣ ਲੱਗਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਤੇ ਮਹੀਨਾ ਲਾਣਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਬਸ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮਹੀਨਾ ਲਾਣਾ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕੱਪ ਪਤਾ ਚੱਲ ਜਾਣਾ ਕੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ
ਕੁੱਤੀ ਦੇ ਬੋਤਲੇ ਦਾ ਰੰਗ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ
ਇਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਅੱਗੇ ਮੂੰਹ ਬਦਲਦਾ ਹੈ
ਇਹਨੂੰ ਲਿਖ ਇੰਗਲਿਸ਼ ਚ
I will fuck you.
तू ChatGPT को जान दे तू ओदे इधर को Gemini भी जान Chat को जा
Chat को चल जा
वो सही है
वो चल जा
Chat को चल
यार तानू ना मैं चीज दिखान लगा हूं छड्डो ना सारी चीज़ां उत्ते तो जुड़ना नहीं सिर्फ
लॉगिन ही नहीं है
1 मिनट दी जे एक लोग ना भाई ਉਹ ChatGPT ਤੇ ਉਂਝ ਆਣਾ ਮੋਬਾਈਲ 'ਚ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ
ਓਏ ਇੱਥੇ
ਆ ਗਿਆ ChatGPT
ਉਹ ਅੱਛਾ ਇਹ ਸਹੀ ਕਰ
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਭਲਾ ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ 1 ਮਿੰਟ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਇਦਾਂ ਹੀ ਆ 1 ਮਿੰਟ ਦਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਸਿਲੈਕਟ ਆ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ 'ਚ ਵੇਖਣਾ ਵਾ ਇੱਧਰ ਇਹਦੇ ਹੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਫਿਲਹਾਲ ਆਈ
मैंने तो ये एक फोटो सेट किया इसमें
मैं पिक्चर का लग रही है
सर को कहते हैं ये येलो लाइन से सर्कल किया इसकी आंखें बंद आई है इसकी आंखें खोल दो और बोले फाका लिंगल लो और उसकी गाड़ में लो
ओए वीडियो चलन दी बाद च मम्मा वायलेशन आई है
गोरे कहने की है ये
है घोड़े आई फक यू
ना ना
मैंने मां बाद में फोटो ना लोनी को सारी
कुत्ती दी बच्ची कहती मोबाइल में पिक्स आ रही है फोटो शो एक्सपेंस है मेथड दसता मेरे लगा दी पीसी पर जाकर
सेट ते मैं कर लेनी फिर अक्का ही सी ला लेनी नकली
नहीं जी मैं सेट करना ही नहीं ते तेरे फोटो भेजਣ ਦਾ ਫਾਇਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਦੱਸ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ
ਇਦਾਂ ਨਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਇਦਾਂ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਬੰਦੀ ਹੋਈ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਡਾਊਨ ਟ੍ਰੈਂਡ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਅਪ ਟ੍ਰੈਂਡ
ਕੈਂਡਲ ਬਣਦੇ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ
ਕੈਂਡਲ ਇੱਕ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਦਾ ਲਾਲ ਬਣੀ ਆ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਉਹਦੀ
ਅੱਛਾ
ਅੱਗੇ ਓਡੀ ਹੀ ਹਰੀ ਬਣੀ ਓਡੀ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਥੋੜੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਛੋਟੀ ਆ
ਅੱਛਾ
ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਪੂਰੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਆ ਹਨਾ ਓਡੀ ਹੀ ਹਰੀ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ
ਅੱਛਾ
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅਗਲੀ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਤੇ ਲਾਲ ਰੰਗ ਦੀ ਟ੍ਰੀਟ ਲੈ ਲੈਣੀ
ਠੀਕ
मतलब उस तो दूसरे रंग दी आउं हरी बनी हाँ जी आउं हरी बनी ना दूसरे रंग दी लै लैनी इत्ते ही तुसी प्रैक्टिस करनी होगी भाई इत्ते ही प्रैक्टिस करनी और किसी साथ ना करनी आ देखो आप भावें आप थोड़ी जी
एक मार्केट कदी किते बनदी होनी है
भाई लभ गई है बिल भी होंदी है ना
रात पूरी बैठा रहे रात चेक करी
मेरी गल सुनो ਇਹ ਇਦਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆ ਹਰੀ ਲੱਭਣੀ ਅੱਛਾ ਬਣ ਗਈ ਅਗਲੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਹਰੀ ਦੀ ਪਲੇਟ ਲਾਈ ਅੱਲਾ ਨਾ ਕਰ ਹਰੀ ਨਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣੀ ਲਾਲ ਬਣ ਗਈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅਗਲੀ ਤੇ ਲੈਣਾ ਐਮਟੀ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਭਲਾ ਅਗਲੀ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਤੇ 2 ਟਰੇਡਾਂ ਲਾ ਦੇਣੀਆਂ 1 ਤੇ 2 ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਲਾਈ ਸੀਗੀ 1
ਅੱਛਾ
ਲੋਸ ਹੋ ਗਈ
ਆ ਸਾਰਾ ਬਾਰ ਦੀ ਫੋਟੋ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੀ
ਉਹਨੇ ਹੀ ਭਾਈ ਭੇਜੀਆਂ ਵਾ
ਸਾਰਾ
ਆਹੋ
ਹਿੰਦੂ ਭਾਈ
ਫਿਰ ਲਾ ਦੇਣੀ ਸੀ 2 ਭਲਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਪਿਛਲਾ ਲੋਸ ਵੀ ਰਿਕਵਰ ਹੋਵੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਪ੍ਰੋਫਿਟ ਜੀ ਵੀ ਆ ਗਈ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ
ਤੇ ਜੇ ਨਾਲ ਲੋਸ ਰਿਕਵਰ ਹੋਇਆ
ਫਿਰ ਜੇ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਲੋਸ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਫਿਰ ਸਾਡਾ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਲੋਸ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਾ ਲਾ ਲਓ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ $1 ਟ੍ਰੇਡ ਲਾਈ ਸੀ ਲੋਸ ਹੋਈ ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ 2 MD ਦੀਆਂ ਲਾਤੀਆਂ ਟੋਟਲ $10 ਲੋਸ ਹੋਏ ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਲਾਣੀ ਟ੍ਰੇਡ $6
ਅੱਛਾ ਯਾਨੀ ਡਬਲ ਕਰ ਦੇਣੀ
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਟ੍ਰਿਪਲ MD ਦੀ ਤੱਕ ਜਾਣਾ ਸਿਰਫ ਉਹ ਵਿਨ ਹੋਣੀ ਆ ਕਈ ਦਫਾ ਜੇ ਉਹ ਵੀ ਲੋਸ ਹੋਏ ਨਾ
मैंने रिपोर्ट करने की है इसमें सब
फिर मार्केट
लाइन सर्कल
आ देखा
इसकी आंखें खोल
इसकी आगे
आ देखो आ हरी बनी सी
चोरी मैं आ गल ਦਾ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਲਾ ਲਿਆ ਕਿ ਆ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਦੀ ਬਾਤ
ਇਹਨੂੰ ਯਾਰ ਇਹ ਬੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਵੀ ਲਾਗ ਰਹੀ ਹਿੰਦੂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਦੇ ਕਰਦਾ ਇੱਧਰ ਆਵਾ ਥੋੜਾ ਸਹੀ ਹਰੀ ਬਣੀ ਅੱਗੇ ਓਡੀ ਲਾਲ ਬਣੀ ਥੋੜੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਆ ਆਪਾਂ ਵੱਡੀ ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਲੈਣਾ ਪੂਰੀ ਦੇ
ਬਰਾਬਰ
ਦੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਸਾਹ ਦੀ ਅੱਖਾਂ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਕੋਈ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਰੱਖੀ
ਪਹਿਲੇ ਦੇਖਦੇ
ਕਿ ਤੇਰੀ ਭੈਣ ਨੂੰ ਡੈਸ਼
ਕਮੀਨੇ ਪਾਤੀ ਇੰਤਹਾਲ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ
ਆ ਵੇਖੋ ਹਰੀ ਬਣੀ ਸੀ ਅੱਗੇ ਓਡੀ ਹੀ ਲਾਲ ਬਣੀ ਥੋੜੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਬਣੀ ਓਡੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੂਰੀ ਓਡੀ ਤੇ ਲੈਣੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਤੇ ਅਗਲੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਲੈਣੀ ਸੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਹਰੀ ਅਗਲੀ ਬਣੀ ਲਾਲ ਸਾਡੀ 200 ਦੀ ਅੱਗੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਲੈ ਲਈ MT ਹੋਈ ਸਾਡੀ
ਹਰੇ ਹਰੇ ਲੈ
ਇਹ ਆ ਵੀ ਹਰੀ ਨਾ ਬੰਦੀ ਫਿਰ ਐਸ ਕੈਂਡਲ ਤੇ ਲੈਣੀ ਸੀ ਸਾਰੀ ਪਿਛਲੀ ਅਮਾਉਂਟ ਨੂੰ ਇਕੱਠੀ ਕਰ ਇਹ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਜੀ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਭਲਾ ਕੀ ਕਰਨਾ ਵਾ ਪਰ ਇਹ ਵੇਖਣਾ ਵਾ ਇਹ ਅਪ ਟ੍ਰੈਂਡ 'ਚ ਬਣਨੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ
ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਨੂੰ ਡਾਊਨ ਟ੍ਰੈਂਡ 'ਚ ਆ ਰਹੀ
ਇਹ ਕਿਸੇ ਲੈਵਲ ਤੇ ਨਾ ਹੋਵੇ ਮਤਲਬ ਲੈਵਲ ਭਲਾ ਕੀ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਸੈੱਟ मतलब जे इदा लैना लाइया ना हॉरिजॉन्टल लैना उस लैवल ते ना आग बने ना वो थल्ले वाले ते ना उच्चे करना ला लो हूँ आ असी लैना लाइया लैवल अपना ड्रा किया इस जगह ते आ लो इदा ही बन गया बनया आ उड्डी उड्डी पहला हरी बनी सी उड्डी लाल बनी इतने असी हरी ट्रेड ली साड़ी हो गई लॉस असी अगली से डबल अमाउंट भी लाई हरी पेन हो गई असी इतना नहीं करना लॉस इस करके हो सकती कि लैवल से लैवल आना लैन किसी लैवल से नहीं ये असी उदों ट्रेड लैनी जो सेंटर च बने लैवल देना बने ना सब तो उत्ते ना सब तो थल्ले मतलब लैवल ना हो क्योंकि लैवल तो अक्सर दूसरे रंग की बन नहीं आती वो एरर आ सकता तो आ वेखो हम इतने मेरा ख्याल है बनी है बराबर नहीं है आ लाल ते आ हरी बराबर है यार अच्छा विगां नहीं वेखना विगां होनी चाहे होन ना होन वड्डी विग नहीं होनी चाहिए अगली लाल बन गई इतने स्टेटमेंट नहीं है ये कितने घंटे की
करदा 45 मिनटां दी होगी 45 मिनटां दी
41 ਦੀ
42 43
बहुत आ फिर कर ला पावे करनी
इतने असी लैनी सी ट्रेड लाल दी है ना